jumping right into this. So, I don't know why, but I haven't been saving the Willowmist Emporium days, so I don't know if I should go back and replay the first day or not. So, should we? Cozy and Earl do not feature game overs for being unable to pay your bills, but hard mode does. Let's do Cozy, because we like Cozy. To my dear Sprout. Sprout hardly seems like a fitting nickname anymore, does it? But now you must be towering over your mother. She always was a short little thing. Don't tell her I called her that, okay? I fear it would make our relationship even worse than it is now, if that's even possible. I digress, my dear Sprout. It has been far too long since I last saw you. Still, I picture in my mind a toddler with a mess of orange hair who insisted on wearing their rain boots on the sunniest of days. Who would remove their smock lest they get paint on it? Who would turn their nose up at chocolate but sneak carrots from the fridge when no one was looking? You always have had your own way of doing things, my dear. That is precisely why I am entrusting you with my greatest treasure, my antique store. Well, for the next 3 months, anyhow. After a lifetime of living in the city, a bit of country air ought to do you well. Willowmist is special to me, and I think soon enough it'll be special to you. It has its quirks, I'm sure you'll realize quickly, but it has a way of growing on you. Or perhaps it's the other way around, like a parasite or maybe a fungus. Either way, I suspect you'll fit in just fine. I am only sorry that I cannot be there to greet you. Responsibilities pull me away from Willowmist, but you do not have to worry about that. I'm sure you'll hear enough rumors about where I've gone to satisfy your curiosity. Trust me, whatever they say will be nowhere as near as interesting as the truth. To find the store, take a left from the train station, then a right. When you notice the breeze pick up, then turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps. Close your eyes and turn around again. You'll find it soon enough. I have an employee there waiting for you. He's not the easiest to get along with, but I doubt anyone could resist your charm. You're much like your aunt in that respect. Take care of the store, Sprout. Take care of yourself. And for heaven's sake, don't try to sell the vase with the bird on it. It's cursed. With all my love and faith in you, Aunt Sylvie. P.S. If you find Florian napping on the job, make sure to tuck him in. He doesn't get enough sleep, that boy. You felt a buzz from your pocket, the familiar sensation of a worried mother. The train continued shuddering along on its track in an almost comfortable way. Darling, won't you reconsider? It's such a big move. You've always lived nearby. You won't know anyone, and so if anything goes wrong, why not stay home? I'm already there, Mom. Considering I'm on the train in the middle of nowhere, it might be a little late, Mom. As much as I'd love to get on the return train back, I really wouldn't. It took 4 hours to get here. I just don't understand why you left so suddenly. Aunt Sylvie needs someone to watch the shop, you know that. I'm sure she has friends there. She also has family, you know. Won't you reconsider? Sorry, Mom. I love you, but I'm looking forward to a few months away from home. New people, fresh air, and a real job. You've never even worked at a store before, let alone ran one. Aunt Sylvie says someone will be there to help out. It's an antique store in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. I don't think it'll be particularly busy. I swear you got your stubborn streak straight from my sister. Okay, baby, just stay safe, okay? Don't walk about alone at night. Make sure to lock the doors and call me if anything happens. Of course, Mom. I will. Everything will be fine. Train's about to pull up. I'll text you later. Okay, love you. Love you too. I need to get a drink. Woo! Let's watch this. Mizuan Zai Mamen and Sadie.
To the voices of the folks that came before. They tell me of the choices and the tasks I have in store. Every antique has a secret, every trinket has a tale. Every person has a story that is waiting to unveil. Something in me feels aware that there's this untold magic in the air. I can't shake off this feeling of sweet mystery. Like all the snowy mountaintops were made alike for me. Every bone in my being is begging to stay. Like all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place. Like all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place. No, right into place. No.
I love this opening.
That all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place.
2.5 Studios is fucking great. Okay. I'm 100% a she them. It won't let me put in the M. Or the Y. That's weird. Let's just go with she, her, I guess. Mix. Can I not do she? Them? She the. It's not letting me put in the M. What the fuck? What if I type it into a different document, copy it, and then paste it? Fuck you! Let's just go with they, them. That's the closest next best thing. I really like this dude's outfit, but I like her vibes better. Okay. Okay. The air was... Oh my god, fucking accent, go away. The air was chilly as you stepped out of your train and onto the platform, if you could even call it that. It seemed more like a graveyard than any of the train platforms you'd ever frequented back in the city. No matter the hour, they would be completely packed with people coming and going, rushing for reasons you could never quite understand. For reasons they may never understand either. This platform was completely empty. No one waited to get on, and you were the only person who got off. Where chatter would usually greet you, all you heard on this quiet platform in the middle of the countryside was the sound of wind rustling the trees and the chirping of the crickets hidden amongst the weeds. Welcome to your new home, Chris. Home sweet home, or something. It really is so quiet. Gathering up your belongings, which you brought only a few of, you quickly found your aunt's letter once again. Left from the station, then right when the wind picks up. Not sure what the weather has to do with it. Well, it's supposed to be a pretty small town. I'm sure I will find it. The amount of effort that has gone into this game, I fucking love it. Wow. For the way your aunt had described the quaint countryside town of Willowmist, you had expected 2 shacks and a farm, if you were lucky. Instead, upon taking a left when you exited the station, you found yourself in a town center that was significantly more vast than you first imagined. You smiled as you pulled your suitcase up from a small... You smiled as you pulled your suitcase up a small flight of stairs, eyes searching around the beautiful facades and royal landscape. Music drifted from somewhere unseen. It seemed almost like the sound of change, of newfound freedom. A few people passed you as you continued onwards, though for the most part you had the street to yourself. Even that was strangely foreign to you. Where you grew up, there was always people around, no matter the hour. You took a deep breath into your lungs. The air was cool and fresh. The scent of flowers drifted towards you as the wind picked up, changing course. So, right now? You glanced to the right and found a street there that ran away from the town center. What did she write? Turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps, then close my eyes and turn around again. She could have just sent me the address. With half a chuckle, half sigh, you turned around and began walking backwards, hoping you wouldn't crash into anyone, though the chances of that seemed slim at that time of the night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slowly, you close your eyes, removing the sight from the equation, then spun back around and opened them back up, and sitting before you was a quaint little store with green paneling and a sloped roof and a metal sign hanging above the door. It read, "The Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities." There you are. I've been looking for you. You're even prettier than my aunt said. You reached down and searched under the doormat and quickly found the key that your aunt left for you. Its brass surface was marked with blemishes that all seemed to say how very well loved this place was. The key turned in the lock soundlessly as you pushed the door open. I need a squishy. My fingers. I need a squishy. Come here, Kuromi. I have a Kuromi. Squishy. Kuromi squishy. Okay. Time to start squishing the Kuromi squishy. The key turned in the lock soundlessly as you pushed the door open. Tables upon tables of antiques and knickknacks greeted you. A dozen different lampshades and chandeliers hung from the ceiling, lighting up the place. Well, she sure has put together an interesting collection. Is collection the right word? It looks a bit too chaotic for that. Potted plants and dotted the room, bringing a bit of life to the otherwise still space. Carefully you put your luggage on I can't fucking read. Carefully you put your luggage to the side, cautious of knocking over anything and causing what would be the worst game of dominoes ever. And then you walked through the aisles, if they could be called that, and inspected the store. You'd never visited Willowmist before, nor seen any photos of it, yet somehow you felt a strange sense of familiarity. It made you feel at ease despite being far away from your home for the first time in your life. You dropped everything to come here. You quit your casual job, they were hardly giving you hours anyway, only a week ago. You didn't renew your lease, fortunately, the timing worked out well since it was coming to an end regardless. Friends back home only found out about your temporary move a few days before your train left. Honestly though, you weren't that close to anyone. It always felt like the friends you kept around you had other friends they would have preferred spending time with. That seemed to happen as you got older, the natural drifting apart of people who once clung to you like your life depended on it. You needed to change. So here you are in the middle of the countryside So here you are in the middle of the countryside town of Willowmist, surrounded by rolling hills and mountain ranges like you've never seen before. Jesus Christ! Whatever the man was carrying in a box a moment ago was now sprawled out over the floor, dropped in surprise. With mouth agape, he stared at you, still grasping for words. Listen, if you wanted to rob the store, you could have done it before I got here. Common courtesy and all that. If I was going to rob a store, it wouldn't be this dumb. Hey, my aunt probably put a lot of work into this dump. Wait, forget about that. Why would I be the one robbing the store? I was here first. If anyone was going to be robbing it, it'd be you. I didn't see you when I came in. I was in the storeroom. Can you prove it? Why would I be the one to prove it? You were the one who just waltzed in here. The man sighed the most tired, exasperated sigh you'd ever heard, and the eye bags under his eyes seemed to give away who he was. Alright, you're Florian, aren't you? Unfortunately. And you must be Karez. Last time I checked, yeah. Why are you here so late? It was the only train coming into town today. Didn't my aunt tell you I was coming? The same way she tells me anything. Vaguely. I didn't even know what you looked like. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Then we're even. God, you're exactly like your aunt. Great. I'll take that as a compliment. You shouldn't. What are you doing here so late, by the way? Does my aunt really make you work this much overtime? No. I was just neatening up before you arrived. You just said you didn't know when I was getting here. What can I say? I just have an amazing work ethic or something. You're suspicious as all hell, but I respect it. Still, you should get some sleep. You look tired. Did she at least tell you about the living accommodations? Nope, she doesn't really give details as I'm quickly becoming aware of. No shit. She really just left all this crap to me. I ought to quit that teacher. But what would I do without you? We don't know each other, and we're not friends. You'd be fine. Then how about we be friends? I'm good. You can sleep upstairs, but it's a mess. Sylvie isn't known for her neatness. A mess is fine. I'm sure I'll fit right in. Whatever. Get some sleep or don't. I'll be working for a bit longer. Do you need some help? From someone who looks like they don't know which side of a mop to hold? Nah. It's the side with the sponge, right? I'm kidding. It's a joke. I know how to use a mop. You've probably been traveling all day. Just sleep. You almost sound like you care. I don't. I guess Sylvie didn't tell you anything about actually running the store either. Nope, she said you'd teach me. Like I'm some expert. I just wash the floors. Fine, I'll try to help tomorrow afternoon. Not in the morning? I don't do mornings. Gathering up your luggage, you stared up the staircase. Get some sleep soon, alright? Don't stick around too much longer, alright? Get some sleep. Yeah, sure. Without another glance in your direction, Florian collected his dropped box, then went back into the storage room. One step at a time, you dragged your suitcase up the stairs and into your new home for the next 3 months. Did I really say suitcase? Anyway. Your aunt's upstairs apartment felt almost like a continuation of downstairs, like a quilt stitched together and with mismatched memories. A half-read book with reading glasses resting atop the pages sat on the worn armchair. Tangled yarn as soft as clouds and as bright as spring blooms spilled from a basket. The table was set and waiting for you, expecting your company. It was almost like time paused here in a place where vintage clocks softly ticked in unison. Mismatched mugs rested in cozy clusters, and the air smelled ever so faintly of lavender and old books. And that wasn't to mention the abundance of potted plants that filled the room. It was as if a forest had crept in and decided to stay. You placed down your bags and grinned like a child who had just found a new secret hiding spot. The weight of the world and all of your previous worries seemed to melt away, even just a little bit. This was going to be a fun 3 months, you could already tell. Unpacking could wait for tomorrow. For now, you unzipped your suitcase and pulled out your pajamas, then got changed, then settled into bed. The sheets were crisp and white, the pillows fluffed, and the gentle atmosphere of Willowmist slowly began to help you drift off to sleep. As you laid there surrounded by the scent of linen not your own, you swore for a moment you could feel someone watching you. But then you fell into a deep sleep, none the wiser. Tuesday, day 2. When your eyes fluttered open the next morning, a small amount of panic settled in your stomach. This wasn't your apartment. Right, Willowmist, Aunt's place, not back home anymore. That'll probably take a bit of getting used to. You looked out the window where you could see sunlight cascading in from between the outstretched arms of trees. It still looked to be early, which was good. You wanted a chance to look around the store before Florian got back. Maybe you'd even be able to impress him. That seemed like a big maybe. You weren't sure, but he seemed like the difficult-to-impress type of guy. Well, you did like a challenge. You quickly dressed and raided the kitchen for breakfast, which you found half-stocked with food. Your aunt left some fresh vegetables and fruits and have a few microwavable meals they'd have to do for now. You'd find the grocery store another day, hopefully. With a pear half-eaten in your hand, you made your way back downstairs. The store had a different vibe during the day. It seemed almost whimsical, like the collection of some peculiar witch who decided to hoard a hoard of lampshades was better than herbs. You once again walked between the tables, noting that despite the clutter, everything was dust-free. Florian wasn't lying about cleaning at the very least. Walking up to the counter, you noticed a distinct lack of technology. There was no computer or electronic cash register there, only an old till that seemed to be an antique itself. All of the accounts looked to be handwritten in a journal that sat upright in a book stand next to it. Either your aunt had a fantastic accountant or was committing tax fraud. Maybe both. Still, the lack of anything electronic didn't surprise you. Since you were a child, she always wrote you letters rather than email or text. She was a little old school, but that didn't bother you. If anything, receiving a handwritten letter was exciting to you. You didn't know anyone else growing up who got letters. Except for people getting bills, but no one liked those letters. You understood that greatly now. Standing behind the counter and looking out towards the shop, you felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. This was your aunt's treasure, and she was leaving it to you. Well, for a few months, but that was besides the point. Alongside that, a sense of purpose was a small yet persistent reminder of just how insane this was. Dropping everything to move to a town you'd never even visited because of an aunt you hadn't seen since childhood. It was exciting. It was the most exciting choice of your life. You needed something like this, a chance to get to know who you really were. It was a knock at the door that pulled you out of your introspection, a very neat, crisp knock, if a knock could be neat and crisp. You could see a tall shadow on the other side of the door, but no details apart from that. Florian? You opened the door wide, curiously peering at the stranger on the other side, who looked you up and down, looked at his watch, then shook his head and walked past you and into the store. Well, I hope you're not about to tell me you're Florian. That will make last night very strange for me. Florian? No, I am not Mr. Westbrook. I apologize if that disappoints. The mystery man put down his briefcase on the counter, then began pulling out paperwork and pens from within it. Not sure I've ever met a man that's actually used a briefcase before. I kinda dig it. I suppose I'll just have to wonder endlessly who exactly you are then. I do appreciate a mystery as much as the next person, but... Right, it would be unlike Miss Marigold to leave you with any kind of instructions. He quickly pulled out a business card out of his pocket. Emmett Finch, independent accountant of Finch Advisory. Oh ho, you know someone's important when their name is a part of the business. Maybe we ought to rebrand the store to the Emporium. Emmett, and you must be Perez. I'll admit, I have heard very little of you, so we're starting out on equal footing. In short, I am your aunt's financial partner, her accountant. And now, by extension, yours for the time being. We have a lot to discuss regarding accounts, cash flow, and taxes. Such exciting topics for a Tuesday morning. You watched as he pushed up his glasses, then nodded. Anytime is the perfect time to talk numbers. I appreciate working with someone like-minded in that regard. What experience do you have running a business? I had a lemonade stand once. Oh, plenty. There was one summer where I had a lemonade stand outside my house, though I don't remember paying any taxes on that. Don't tell, alright? Any actual experience? Like with a proper business? Yes. Nope. Understood. It seems my role will be a little more hands-on than in previous months. I will bill Miss Marigold for the extra time we need to get you up to speed. That sounds expensive. All the good things in life are. Quietly, Washam shuffled through his paperwork before pulling out one specific sheet of paper. I'll be frank with you, Miss Marigold's accounts are dire. Despite my protests, she makes little effort to remedy that fact. Sometimes I wonder whether she truly desires to own a business or not. Perhaps with you around, we will see some change. Perhaps we won't. Time will tell. Wow, thanks for the overwhelming support. With you on my side, I know I'm gonna knock it out of the park. I am supporting you. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I am just not in the habit of giving false promises. At the very least, I will aim for Miss Marigold to not return to bankruptcy. Sounds like a plan to me. I stopped by to have you sign a few forms. Though only temporary, I like to keep my affairs in order. Sign here, please. One by one, you signed each and every form Emmett handed to you, and boy, there were a lot of forms. Great, my hand's starting to ache. Stay strong, Perez. You could do this. I wonder what this guy's deal is anyway. He must be a local, right? Maybe this would be a good chance to try to make a friend. While you're here, can I ask you a few questions? Be my guest. I have a little extra time before my next appointment. Are you a local? Do you live in Willowmist? Yes, my practice is located close to here. You'll find my address on the business card I gave you. Have you always lived there, or have I happened upon another wayward wanderer like myself? I formed my practice here, yes. I mean you personally, not your practice. I don't see that it makes any difference. How long have you worked with my aunt? It's been... He digs through his briefcase, nodding as his eyes scan the various documents. A year now, give or take a few weeks. How has it been? Satisfactory. Miss Marigold has had her accounts sorted, and I have been paid, so I believe that counts as a success. And how has she been to work with? Why do you ask? I haven't seen my aunt since I was a child. I was just wondering what she's like these days. She's fine enough to work with. Very memorable. That's all I'll say on that matter. Is there anything fun to do around town when you're not working? Apart from doing taxes, that is. That depends on what you find fun. If you mean theme parks and musical, then you're out of luck. If you enjoy hiking, dining, or live music, then there's plenty of that. I'm down to try new things. I wish you all the luck trying them on your own time. Emmett looked down at his watch before setting his eyes on the door. I'll stop by in a few days to go over paying your bills and keeping the lights on. Until then, keep your accounting in the journal at the counter and I will assess it when I return. I'll try my best. Apologies if they're not quite up to standard, but I'll have Florian here to help me, hopefully. Actually, are there any good breakfast places around here? My aunt left a few things, but I'd kill for a nice breakfast while I'm waiting. There's quite a few decent establishments. Well, are you hungry? We could go grab a bite and then have a mini tour of the town if you're up for it. You killed it, Perez. There's no way he can turn you down now. Emmett adjusted his glasses again, his expression impassive. Unfortunately, I'll have to pass. I'm paid for doing accounting, not for eating breakfast and tours. Have a good day, Miss Marigold. And just like that, he gathered his briefcase and walked out the front door. The chiming bells, the only reminder he was there in the first place. So cold. Aren't people from the countryside meant to be more comforting? Meeting Florian, then Emmett seems a little harsh. You spun back around to the doorway after hearing the bells, but found no one there. Strange. With a shrug, you found yourself turning back towards the store. It would still be a few hours until Florian turned up, so you decided you might as well familiarize yourself with the items around the store while you waited. I need another drink. Okay. You were surprised to find that a couple of hours barely scratched the surface when it came to inspecting the show floor. There was just so much stuff. And forget the amount of stuff, absolutely nothing had a price on it. Even digging through the paperwork at the counter, you couldn't find any notes about inventory or pricing. You were massaging your temples in stress when you heard the door chimes ring again. Hi. Wow, he really doesn't want to get sunburned. I like the getup. Thanks, I don't like the sun. I can see that much. Did you manage to get some sleep? I guess. Are you going to ask me how I slept? If I have to. And if I said you did? How did you sleep? You couldn't sound less interested. Funny that. Well, I'll pretend like you actually care then. Surprisingly, I slept really well. The bed was super comfortable. How fascinating. I'm happy for you. Really. With a sigh, you watched Florian drop his satchel bag behind the counter before moving his various mismatched accessories. I don't suppose you worked out how to run the place while I was gone? Do you really think my aunt would make it so easy? She never does. Fine, I'll explain, but I'm only going to do this once. If you don't pay attention, I'm not repeating myself. Even if I say please, I'll ignore you. Pretty please, I'll ignore you even more. We buy things for cheap, then sell them for more. That's pretty much the gist of it. And? And what? That's all you're going to tell me? What else is there to tell you? That's how it works. I know how stores run, Florian. Then why am I bothering to explain it to you? You've gotta give me more details than that or I'll run this place into the ground. Guess I do need this job. Fine. Buy stuff, sell it for more, also keep it clean or no one will want to come in. Right now we're pretty much out of rubbish to sell, minus a few things I've put behind the counter. What? I thought you were going to listen to me. How can we nearly be out of things to sell? There's stuff everywhere. You watched him as he looked around the room, then shrugged. They're just your aunt's decorations. All of that is decoration? I guess, I don't know. I don't make the rules, I just help out. That's crazy. How does anyone know what's for sale and what's decoration? I don't know. Fine, it's all just for looks. I can deal with that. How much do I sell things for then? Whatever you want to sell them for. How would I know? I'm not an antique salesman. You better become one quick then if you don't want to go broke. God, what have I gotten myself into? A mess. I wouldn't take on your job if my life depended on it. Just keep track of how much you buy shit for in that journal on the counter. You should be able to eyeball how much things are worth, but you'll get better as you go. Probably. You can probably just adjust the price later if shit's not selling. Really doesn't matter. Let me see what we've got then. Don't know why the accent just happened. Checking behind the counter, you noticed a handful of small knickknacks. They weren't much compared to the rest of your aunt's decorations, but they'd have to do. Alright, well, now what? You're the boss. I like the sound of that. Are you gonna call me Boss Perez? If I really have to talk to you, I'll probably just call you Perez. Wow, if you have to talk to me? He just shrugged. Fine, it's probably for the best anyway. You wouldn't want all this power to go to my head. He shrugged again, then found a broom and began to sweep up the already clean floor. There were already a few people hanging around outside, like they're waiting to talk to you or something. You're not a celebrity, are you? That's the last thing I could be bothered with. Not the last time I checked. My Twitter account has 35 followers and most of them were bots. Probably not a celebrity then. Probably not, no. You walked towards the door, then flipped over the sign to open. Outside, the afternoon light filtered down like liquid gold, hitting the cobblestone just right. The trees swayed gently in the light breeze, and the cool air carried a faint scent of pine and distant baking from a kitchen unseen. You breathed in deeply of that air for a moment, and it felt like an old friend was stopping by to visit, warm, comfortable. Hey, Florian? Florian. Huh? Alright, I forgot you were there. Wishful thinking, I guess. I'm going to speak to you so much you won't be able to forget me next time. Great. Have you ever felt like you were being watched around the store, by the way? Watched? You are watching me right now, does that count? No, I mean, well, it does, but not in this case. I mean, watched when no one else is around. Not really, not any more than is usual, I guess. There's a normal amount of feeling like you're being watched? In this town? Yeah, probably. Huh, I was wondering something, by the way. Did you grow up here? Yeah. Never chose to leave town? Nah, nothing out there worth seeing. Have you ever felt like being stuck in one place is like being in a cage? He paused at that, actually thinking. I guess the cage is pretty comfortable. I think that's why I came here, really. I wanted to help my aunt, of course, but the winds of change pulled me here. It pulls a lot of people there, I think. Really? Yeah, a lot of people who don't fit in anywhere else. Maybe that's why I'm here then. I doubt it. You look like you'd fit in just fine. You're muttering. Don't worry about it. You got family other than your aunt, I mean. My mom, but her and my aunt are a little estranged. They haven't spoken in years. I have no clue why. Huh. Usually people can't resist her. Oh, she's popular like that? What? No, I didn't mean... Do you have a crush on my aunt, Florian? No. It's not like that, really. I meant she has a pull to her. She's annoying and nosy and probing, but she has a way with people. You can't help but get along with her. You seem a lot like her. That sounds like a pretty big compliment coming from you. What about you, anyway? What, does your family live nearby? Maybe. They maybe live nearby? I don't see them anymore. Oh. I'm sorry for prying then. I pried first. Your eyes find the doorway where a young girl of perhaps 14 or 15 stood, eyes on you curiously. You're not Granny Sylvie, hi! Granny? She's not that old, is she? I don't know, she looks pretty old to me. I'm Perez, Granny Sylvie is my aunt, and I'm just helping to run the place for a while. The girl studied you, crossing the room with a strange litheness to her movements. Standing before you like that, she leaned in close. Hi, I'm Vienna, and sometimes people call me Vivi. You look very interesting, you know? I like the way your nose joins your face, and your eyebrows are cool. Well, thanks. I like your eyes. Do you have heterochromia, or are they contacts? They've always been this way ever since they were. Hey, you sell things, right? Pretty things, cool things? It's my mom's birthday tomorrow. She likes pretty and cool things, and she's pretty and cool. Can I buy something for her here? Why don't you have a look around and see if anything catches your eye? You have eye catchers here? I'll be careful then. Just like that, she left you standing there, slightly bewildered, while Florian had made his way away from the commotion. When his eyes met yours, he gave you a thumbs up and mouth. Nice nose. Your hand went up to your nose. Really, it was a nice nose. You walked behind the counter, then settled on the stool there where Vienna looked around the store. She examined things very curiously. Her fingers often hovered just over the surface of objects without touching them, as if she were somehow feeling their energy. When she did pick something up, she would turn it around and around in her hands, tilting her head this way and that to see every single angle. Her mismatched eyes narrowed like she was looking at a difficult puzzle when she was really examining a teapot. She held it up to the sunlight, despite the fact that it was opaque, like it would reveal something hidden that no one else had ever noticed. Then she put it back down, not exactly where it had been, but close enough that you didn't feel the need to correct her. The strangeness of it all brought a smile to your face somehow. After a morning with Emmett and Florian, she was something fresh. Found anything? I can give you some suggestions too, if you tell me a little more about your mom. She's really good at finding things, not just keys or socks, but things you didn't know you lost. Like hope or patience. Yeah, she's good at finding those. Oh, she laughs at colors too. Bright colors. Happy ones. And her hands are always warm. That's interesting. I think maybe this? Cool. I think she'll like this. She likes shells. They're so quiet. I bet it knows how to listen too. Thanks for your help. You're cool. I barely did anything, but you're welcome. Hey, if you ever need anything else, we'll be here. Thanks. I think I'll come back again. Maybe on another day when the sun is shining. Or maybe not. Great, get home safely, alright, and I hope your mom likes the gift. Vienna waved towards you, then headed out the door with her purchase in her arms. Congrats on your first sale and all that. Congrats on your first sale and all that. I hope they're all that exciting. Do you know her? Do I look like I know every single person in town? Honestly, no. You look like someone who would go out of their way to not know everyone in town. I mean, does she stop by the store often? Not that I've noticed, maybe once or twice, but I don't know, I'm usually in the storeroom. I can tell you look like you need to get some more sunlight, mister. No thanks, I burn easily. They sell things for that, you know, sunscreen, aloe vera. Why do you care? And if I said I've fallen hopelessly in love with you, do I flirt? I'm flirting. And if I said I've fallen hopelessly in love with you at first sight? What? And that I could get lost in your eyes for hours upon hours? That's complete nonsense. Yeah, it is, I'm just pulling your leg. You, what? We work together now, and we'll be for the next 3 months. I'm just looking out for you. Get used to me caring, alright? Yeah, sure, whatever. I didn't ask you to, though. The bell chiming for a second time that afternoon drew you both away from your conversation, and Florian used it as a chance to retreat back into the supposed storeroom. Beautiful. I need another male voice? Fuck me. God. I need to get comfy. Okay. Beautiful Sylvie, apple of my eye, belle of my heart, would you do me the greatest honor of... The man before you wore his long holiday hair back in a loose ponytail, and his shirt perhaps one button too far undone, depending on who you asked. He was down on one knee as if about to serenade you with the world's most beautiful poetry. Or ask you to marry him. You're not Sylvie, though. I see, though I can sense her genes a mile away. You must be Perez. You watched him spring to his feet. He was certainly far more sprightly than he looked, and walked forward to put a hand on your shoulder. I have heard so much about you, and even that is not enough. He reached out to shake your hand smoothly, his energy contagious. I'm sorry, I'd love to return the favor, but you are? Ah, so the lovely owner of the store hasn't yet had a chance to mention me. That sounds just like our Sylvie. Quinn Becaland, at your service. Occasional poet and full-time chef. And you and my aunt are? Ah! No, you misunderstand. Is she the most beautiful woman to ever grace this town? Yes, of course. Does my heart become aflutter when she walks into the room? Certainly, without a doubt. Do I have near fallen to my knees each time she speaks my name? That should be obvious. Where was I? Your relationship to my aunt? Right. Yes, we are dear friends. Right, friends. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Bakeland. Oh, please call me Quinn. Family to Sylvia's family to me. Quinn, then. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but my aunt is actually out of town for the next few months, and I'm just here helping while she's away. My heart shatters into a million pieces once more. But that is hardly your fault. I should not ruin such a momentous occasion. I have never met any of Sylvie's family. You must be very special indeed. We're really close despite the odds. To be honest, I haven't seen her since I was tiny. I guess it's a special trait that we're close despite that. From the way she speaks of you, she thinks of you incredibly highly. What did you want my aunt to have the honor of, then? This is most fortuitous. There's no one there. Blah, I can't fucking read. Ah, this is most fortuitous. There is no one that could take our lovely Sylvie's place but you, of course. And are you fond of fine meals, beautiful atmospheres, and live music? Yes, yes, and yes. Divine. I have a restaurant just off the main street. I have created a new dish. I call it my Crimson Risotto. Roasted beets, rich vegetable broth, a swirl of cream, and topped off with mushrooms. Oh, my mouth salivates at the thought. Please, would you do me the honor of sampling my new dish? Who am I to turn down a meal? Delightful. But I need some time to prepare. Tomorrow night I will astonish you with the finest food in Willowmist or beyond. And before I forget, welcome to town, Caress. There's no other place like it. You'll be calling it home before you even realize it. Thanks, Quinn. I appreciate the warm welcome. And a warmer it will get. What the fuck was that English? And warmer it will get once you taste my cooking. I must depart immediately to prepare. Please wait for tomorrow evening with as much anticipation as you would give your birthday. And with the heartiest laugh you've ever heard, Quinn left the store with a grin that nearly went from ear to ear. The soft near evening sunlight drifted through the doorway as he left, pulling out your phone. You noted the time, 5:03 p.m. Ah, shit. You scrambled to pull up to your text where you could see nearly a dozen left by your mother to the tune of "Did you arrive safely?" and "Oh my god, you're dead." Sorry, Mom. I'm here, I'm alive. I just got caught up in everything. I'm totally fine. Caress, dear Lord above, you nearly gave me a heart attack. I was this close to getting on a train there myself. Maybe I should have waited a little longer to text then. Not funny. I know, really, I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're okay, my baby. Totally okay. I met a few new people already, and mostly everyone is super friendly. The town is beautiful, Mom. You'd love it. Lots of beautiful scenery to paint. I think, honestly, I've barely left the store yet. You know, I haven't painted in years. Maybe you just lack the right muse. Anyway, I need to close the store now. Alright, text me if anything happens, okay? Yes, Mom, love you. You flip the sign of the door over to close as Florian re-entered the room. You miss all the fun staying holed up in that storeroom. I don't really care, I prefer it this way. So antisocial. Well, I guess I can understand in a way. Well, you do you. I'm gonna go upstairs and start unpacking. You don't have to stick around all night, you know. It's fine, I start late, then I stay late. Why not just start earlier then? I just prefer it this way, it's quieter. Well, alright, I don't mind, really. Get home safely, okay? Sure, maybe. Leaving Florian to his work, you headed back upstairs. Piece by piece, you unpacked your belongings slowly. It wouldn't do you any good to spend the next 3 months living out of your suitcase. If you were going to live here, you were going to do it right. Still, you felt almost reluctant to disturb the quiet rhythm of the room at first. Your aunt had turned this space into a home, and gradually you were adding to it, making it become something more. Hopefully, something even better. Each item you pulled from your suitcase, a soft sweater for the winter here, a stack of well-worn books there, it found its place amongst your aunt's belongings, like a thread woven into someone else's fabric. A framed photograph of your aunt, much younger and standing in front of the store, sat nestled beside a ceramic teacup, its handle chipped but cherished. You placed your own picture frame carefully next to it, unsure if it would fit. It somehow felt right, like a new memory slipping into an old album. You pulled out more of your treasures, a glass vial of sea glass you collected with your mom, a well-worn notebook that smelled faintly of ink, and your laptop, which you placed on the desk. As you slid your clothes into the chest of drawers, you noticed that the sun had long since settled over the horizon. Packing had seemed so quick. Unpacking was another beast entirely. You found your way over to the window, hands full with a pair of tall pink glasses you'd been given all the way back on your 18th birthday, then lingered there feeling the cool night breeze awash over your skin. The soft glow of the full moon was already casting a silvery light through your room, and in the distance you could see the mountains that loomed like gentle giants, their peaks softened by a veil of mist that curled around them in dreamlike patterns. Here and there you could see faint trails of smoke rising from chimneys, fading lazily into the sky, but mostly everything outside was still. You turned away from the window, suddenly feeling that familiar feeling of being watched again, and in the corner of the room you saw it. Something, a person perhaps, floating a foot off the ground, head tilted to the side as if it were too heavy to carry, staring at you with wide eyes. What in the ever-loving hell is, your time is near, you can't hide from me any longer. The pair of glasses in your hand instantly fell from your grip, smashing on the wooden floors. Shards went in every direction. Ah, shit! Your eyes snapped back up in search of that person, but found the space she had occupied now empty. Am I not getting enough sleep or something? You knelt down inspecting the damage. One glass had survived, luckily, so you collected that quickly and put it aside. The other one hadn't fared so well, though it was in mostly large pieces. Grimacing, you slowly picked it up and disposed of each piece. Ouch. And just your luck, the final one was the one that cut you. You quickly disposed of it, then cleaned your wound, but couldn't find a first aid kit anywhere in the room. Maybe there's one downstairs in the storeroom. We're coming up across the part that we stopped last time we played. So once we catch up, we'll take a break and then we'll do another 2 days. Florian, are you still here? I could kinda use your help if you are. What is it? I'm not paid to help you with personal stuff, you know. He walked out of the storeroom, arms crossed. Something really weird just happened. I swear I saw someone in my room. She spoke to me. Then I kinda dropped a glass and got cut. It's not that bad, but I could use a band-aid if we have any. All the color dropped out of Florian's face in a moment. He stared at you with wide open eyes, mouth open slightly, yet no words escaped. You're... It's not that bad, is it? He almost looked like he was going to be sick as he charged out the front door, leaving you staring out towards him in disbelief. Wait, Florian? A tiny drop of blood dripped to the ground. I guess I'll find it myself? It didn't take you long to find the first aid kit. Your aunt had decided to forgo the usual plastic box with a cross on it and instead had picked out an old wooden chest. It was a little scuffed and weathered with brass hinges that creaked when you opened it, but it was very much fully stocked. You found bandages in all sizes, neatly rolled gauze, and adhesive strips in patterns ranging from plain beige to princesses and knights. You also noticed a few other slightly more eccentric additions: a small veil of silver dust labeled 4 crosses, a flask of dark red liquid labeled emergency-F only, a broken mirror which you made sure not to touch, with a note attached that read for illusions or lies. There was also more of what you had expected to see: herbs, powders, and other natural remedies. Your aunt was into that kind of stuff after all. You pulled out a plaster and quickly stuck it to your hand, but fortunately the bleeding had already stopped, which it wasn't much worse than a scratch, luckily. Let's go look for Florian. You opened the door and poked your head out, searching for the mostly darkened streets for Florian's figure. Florian's figure. No matter where you looked, though, you couldn't see him. It seemed he didn't just step outside, he was gone. I didn't mean to upset him. I'll have to apologize tomorrow. Giving up for the night, you headed back upstairs and into your room, then settled into bed. Just like that, you fell asleep, surrounded once again by the unfamiliar scent of the store. We are on day 3. It's a Wednesday. Okay, so... Can we open our inventory right now? Okay. Let's do a quick save here. And then let's open up the history so we don't accidentally click the screen. And we are going to take a quick break. Fuck me! I'm not doing that all again. Man, I swear I'm a good streamer. It's not like you guys are missing much. It's literally just fucking words on a screen. That's about it. Fucking 50 minutes of scuff. Anyway. Break time. Okay, and unfortunately there's no music playing right now, but we'll be back momentarily, okay?
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Face on when I chase like that, yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat. Gonna see me rise, you can hate on that. I don't play both sides, doing me no cap. I'ma ride or die for my dreams on tap. I'ma fly real high, you ain't see me slack. No, it's not how you fall, it's how you get right back up. That's how you get tough. Calluses on my hands so rough, yeah, I call your bluff. I'm not the one, mess with me and come out with none. Cause I'm so done, you had your fun. And now you're gonna face down the barrel of the gun. Cause I got a full clip, put your name on it. But I'ma let you slide cause you ain't worth it. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong, need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah. Push and pull and repel any hate, go create what you want, feel compelled, yeah. And once you finally get a taste of the race, you'll never look back once you felt that. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. Don't let somebody take your time and your worth, just focus on yourself first. About others way before myself, yeah. I guess that's why I feel like I go through hell, damn. Wasting time on your dreams instead of mine, yeah. About to turn this franchise around.
Okay, I'm back. Just give me a second, my glasses aren't sitting right. Okay. Who the... Your eyes shut open to the sound of someone banging on the door downstairs. With blurry sight, you look towards your phone. 6:04 a.m. Not Florian, then. Ugh, I'm getting up. The banging on the door continued. It got louder the closer you came. Stranger too, it sounded less like someone's fist and more like a hunk of metal. I'm coming. No need to break the door down. Oh god, it's a female. Oh god. I'm going to simp over this character, by the way. My liege, I humbly kneel before you as both protector and servant. From this day forth, my life is yours to command. I, Dame Lucille de Rosario, of the Order of the Crown, do hereby swear on oath upon my honor and my blade. No harm shall come to you while I yet draw breath. Your enemies shall be mine, your struggles mine to shoulder. What the hell? I need to turn this down. The mysterious knight lifted her head, looking directly towards you. You thought? It was hard to tell with the whole helmet thing going on. Even if it shall cost me my life, I shall stand by your side. I ask for nothing in return but the chance to serve a worthy cause. By my oath, I shall be your steadfast shield and your loyal sword. At 6 in the morning. Honor and stuff is great, but at 6 in the morning, honor and servitude know no time limit, my liege. The suit of armor rises, straightening out to stand taller before you. I think I might still be a little confused. I understand trust does not come easily. Please, rest easy, my liege, for I shall prove myself worthy of your trust. Okay, hold on a second. First of all, please just call me Perez. I'm afraid I cannot, my liege, for that would be improper. Please? If you wish it, then I will make it so, Perez. Thank God. Keep calling me my liege and it's going to awaken something in me. Is that a good thing? The fuck do you mean by that? What the fuck do you mean by that? Okay, good. Now, what's with the whole getup? Getup? The armor? My deepest apologies. It was not my intent to arrive here underdressed. I beg for your forgiveness. What do you mean underdressed? You're in a full set of armor? This set is hardly more than ceremonial. Lady Sylvia gifted it to me as a gesture of goodwill, and I wear it with pride. Alas, it is ill-suited for the trials of battle. A fine display to be sure, yet lacking the weight and reinforcement required of a true combat gear. Lady Sylvie deemed my true armor too imposing for daily wear. Intimidating, I believe she said. Rest assured, should the need for battle arise, I shall be ready. The armor gifted by Lady Sylvie may shine with splendor, but my true steel lies close at hand, prepared to serve. You know my aunt? One moment. The knight tilted her head slightly, then reached up to pull the helmet free from her head. For a moment, her face was obscured by the shadow of the morning light, but then she shook her head. You watched on in amazement as waist-long hair tumbled free in soft waves, brushing over the polished shoulders of her armor, framing a serene, resolute face. And she's dead. Look at that sickly complexion. Her eyes meet yours, clear and steady. Holy shit, where did all that hair come from? I feel like there's so much to unpack here. Please, forgive the dramatic display, Caress. Helmets do little to flatter, but duty requires practicality, even at the cost of appearance. To answer your previous question before making your acquaintance, I was in service to Lady Sylvie. With your arrival, it passes on to you. Do not fret, I will not stand in your way. You will hardly know I'm here. But while you are in this town, I will protect you in this store with my life. I'm not totally sure what that will be necessary, but thank you. I am but a humble servant. Your thanks is kind, though unnecessary. You watch as Lucille, now helmetless, takes her place beside the doorway, sword strapped to her hip. I must also beg your forgiveness for not being present upon your arrival. I've had troubles with one of the contraptions in my place of living. What's it? Lady Sylvie calls my apartment. A contraption? Yes, a magical device that produces water as if from thin air. I believe a curse was put on it and water began to flood as far as the eye could see. Fortunately, a sorcerer removed the curse and now it works as intended. Does she mean her sink broke? So, okay. You work with my aunt, but your sink broke yesterday so you couldn't come to greet me. That is correct indeed. So you live nearby? Yes, though I am not originally from this town. Oh, me neither. We have something in common. I hail from the kingdom of Valand, which was once present in these lands. Never mind. I see that you are still in your night clothes. Do you require help in dressing? Huh? Are you offering to undress me right now? I believe that getting dressed requires one to first be undressed, yes. You need not question my intentions. They are entirely pure. I only wish to serve. It's too early for this. I think it'll be okay. I'll go get dressed and come back in a minute. Please take all the time you need, Carez. I will guard the store in your absence. Lucille took her helmet back from where she'd put it aside and then slid it back into place. There's someone claiming to be a knight standing in my store, and for some reason I feel like the strange one now. You headed back upstairs. Slipping off your pajamas, you shook your head. You'd never met a knight before. You were beginning to feel like maybe this was all one long extended dream. To be honest, I kinda dig it though. I did want things to be different. I can't get any more different than a knight walking up to you at 6 in the morning and pledging allegiance to you. You got a point there. You got a point. Lucille stood by the door, posture perfect. She almost looked like one of the antiques on display. How's keeping order going? Well, Carez, no one intruded on your establishment while you were absent. I remain vigilant. Thanks, Lucille. Keep up the good work. I guess I'll get to it. Let's see what to do today. Pricing items! Welcome to the Willowmist Emporium, Carez. How pricing works. Each item in your inventory has a hidden value range. Your job is to pick a price within that range. At first, pricing might feel like guesswork, but you'll get better as you go. Smart skill. Your smart skill helps you estimate prices more accurately. When your smarts is not low, you'll only have a rough idea of what something is worth. As smarts increases, your valuation gets sharper, making it easier to spot a good deal and avoid overpricing. Item quality. Items come in different quality levels. Poor, normal, good, or perfect. Higher quality items fetch higher prices. Where the fuck is my Koromi? There it is. And I dropped my water. Higher quality items fetch higher prices. Daily routine. 1. Set/adjust prices for each ship. 2. See how customers respond to your prices. 3. Learn from the results and adjust prices for next time. It's time for a fresh start. Man the counter, clean the store. Important notes. Drag and drop items to your schedule. Florian, Nat, please. Clean the store. Wednesday sunny. So bill's 80. Open shop. Why is my bottle screaming at me? That little that you heard was my fucking bottle. It's screaming at me. It doesn't want me to drink from it anymore. Okay. You dropped the bucket. I can't read, I swear. Let's try this again. Wait a minute. Is that a fairy statue? That's a fairy statue. Typewriter. Hourglass. Potions. Is that a fucking genie lamp? Or is that just a really old kettle? Fucking telephone. The old radio jukebox. We have a gramophone here. And cuckoo clocks galore. Okay. You drop the full bucket of steaming soapy water onto the wooden floor, sighing as the weight left your shoulders. Phew, wonder when the last time the floor got mopped was. I always see Florian sweeping, but you drag the heavy mop across the floor, making long, looping motions. Perez, while you wield that mop with all the grace and power of a master swordsman, however, if I may offer a suggestion, please, I'm all ears. Lucille smiled and walked behind you, gently reaching around as if she was going to embrace you, but instead she took hold of the mop, her arms looped around your body. Like this. With a gentle, graceful motion, she swirled the mop across the floor. The secret is to not swing, but to caress. The water should glide across the floor as effortlessly as the wind through the leaves. I didn't realize mopping was a part of being a knight. A knight must be able to wield any tool with grace. Long before I was allowed to hold a sword, I was instructed to hold a broom. So you're saying that once I've mastered the mop that you'll teach me how to swing a sword? It would be my greatest honor. So I suppose that means you'll have to stop hugging me then. That's a bummer. At that she pulled back suddenly and sharply, retracting her arms and standing upright. My apologies, Perez. That was not my intention. Please forgive my impropriety. No, it's fine. It's not every day a beautiful woman owns me clothes. I should be thanking you. I am so gay in this, and I love it. Lucille turned and cleared her throat. There was a slight pinkness to her cheeks. Inwardly, you laughed. It was such a delight to fluster Lucille. I know, right? I'm so fucking gay. You took the mop back in hand and tried to apply her technique. Oh my god! Oh my god, there's D&D in this! We gotta roll in dice to see how well we fucking mop. I love this. Hold on. Stop mopping. I got a DC 10 and a +1 bonus. Let's go. Got fucking 11. When you finished mopping, the floor was left glistening, the sunlight glinting off the wooden floor. Lucille really knew what she was talking about. Store cleanliness increased by double. Let's go! The door chimes rang as someone clad in protective gear once again entered the store. You looked down at your watch, 11:58 a.m. Perfect time for a break. Morning. Sir Florian, one can hardly call it morning any longer. Do the morning sun's rays offend you so grievously you cannot bring yourself to join us until they have waned? Lucille crossed her arms, the distinct sound of metal scraping against metal. She looked menacing like that with her helmet still on. Florian just shrugged. It didn't seem he found her menacing at all. Yeah, nice to see you too. I don't know why you're acting all surprised. I've always started in the afternoon. I look at both of them, covered from head to toe. A night rises with the dawn, ready to meet the day's challenges head on, yet you appear content to let half the battle pass you by. I'll leave the night shit for the night, if that's alright. Lucille placed her hands on her hips and tilting her helmet-covered head slightly as if considering him. Do you not feel some obligation to lend your strength to the morning flavors? The store requires diligence at all hours, not merely those convenient to you. Lucky you're here then. I don't do mornings. If Sylvie doesn't care, I don't know why you do. Very well. If your current arrangement serves the store well, I shall not press farther, but do consider that your efforts, no matter the hour, reflect your honor and dedication to the establishment. I don't think mopping floors is all that honorable, but sure, whatever. Honor comes with every job, Sir Florian, whether one wields a blade or arranges wares. It is the spirit in which the task is performed that matters most. Do carry on then, but know that the dawn is the most inspiring sight, should you ever choose to witness it. Yeah, I know, maybe one day. Good, I trust we shall work together most admirably today. Starting out with bickering and we're... okay. When Lucille went back to standing by the door, you used the opportunity to catch Florian by the wrist and pull him aside. Florian. He pulled his wrist away from you, eyes on the ground. Ah, right, I forgot about last night. We'll cross that bridge when I've dealt with the elephant in the room. I'm guessing you've met Lucille before? Hard not to, seeing that she's always here. Maybe you can explain to me why there's someone in a full suit of armor in her store then, please? Trust me, that's not her full suit of armor. You should have seen her when she first turned up. Sylvie hired her a few months back. My aunt did? Yeah. That's what she does, takes in strays. We really don't need an armored guard for an antique store, but she got the job anyway. I guess it gives her something to do. Why does she think she's a knight? Because she is one, apparently. I don't know, she looks like a knight to me. Give me a moment.
Shows on the road to a sold out stage. Nobody really cared or believed I would make it anywhere close. I would fail and fade. But that's cool, I love that. Cause any little doubt gives me energy back. And now I'm in a place where I'm glad I never gave up on the dreams I had. And big dreams lead to big things. And big swings lead to big rings. Championships or the big screen. Anyone who did anything took a big swing. And big dreams lead to big things. And big swings. Stay up late nights, still in pain. In my mind it decays as I try to make a change. See the sun, see it set, feel some pain, feel regret. All the same, what is next? I'm to blame for my head. Life it changes in many different ways, yeah. You turn the page and you see a new day, yeah. Be the same or you go and make a name, yeah. Listen to hate or help someone who's in pain, yeah. We all want love and we all wanna be great, yeah. It's not enough, so we keep running a race, yeah. This life is tough if you let it be that way, yeah. Sit back and love your own journey every day, yeah. Deep thoughts in my bed got me feeling like a weak spot in my head, and I ask myself to please stop. Take a breath, need to get all of these deep thoughts out my head, yeah. I just wanna be known, I just wanna be home. Feel like I'm all alone and I need to do it on my own. I just wanna be known, I just wanna be home. Feel like I'm all alone and I need to do it on my own, yeah. I live for music, yeah, I love to do it, yeah. It's therapeutic and I needed to get through it, yeah. I keep on moving, yeah, I keep on doing, yeah. I keep improving so people can feel it too and go on and fix their lives one decision at a time, one vision, one mind. We're winning this grind, okay, okay, let's make each other proud. Turn the future into now, turn this world upside down, yeah. I don't wanna feel the pain no more, I just wanna make a change, restore humanity. The sanity is leaving for the vanity. I plan to be close to my family substantially, avoiding a calamity financially. Stable it's a fantasy, it's blasphemy. I holler out loud cause I'm crying out in agony, I just wanna help people, yeah. Cause we all just equal, and we all just fearful, those who deceitful, yeah. But if we all just work hard, yeah, and we let down our guards, yeah, we can open up our hearts and figure out how to heal our scars. Deep thoughts in my bed got me feeling like a weak spot in my head, and I ask myself to please stop. Take a breath, need to get all of these deep thoughts out my head, yeah. I just wanna be known, I just wanna be home. Feel like I'm all alone and I need to do it on my own. I just wanna be known, I just wanna be home. Feel like I'm all alone and I need to do it on my own, yeah. I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave. Don't care what they say, I'll buy time with my money. Left to the bank cause it's funny, the money keep coming. I manifest it, sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I get tracked and I have it, money finds me attracted. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate, yeah. I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but it's being lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. I'll do the work, yeah, I'll do it till it hurts. I'll invest in my future, I'll invest in the purse. I wanna be so rich, life changes, and I don't ever think about how much I just pay it. Yeah, it's a dream, the American dream. Live on top, don't stop till you got everything. But there's balance, cause this life is a challenge. You gotta live in the now, I'm building up the talent. Make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate, yeah. I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but it's being lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest designer in drip. I'm just coming with the rawness. I gotta admit that I'm usually modest, but I work hard for my shit. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So keep working till it's hurting, cause that's when you start deserving everything you want, everything you need. Trust the process, yeah, you got this. Keep on working till you bleed. Yeah, I've been there, yeah, I've done that. 10 long years of breaking my back, but now I'm up here, never looking back. I got more dreams that I wanna go attack. Keep on going, keep on moving, never give up. I'll keep going, I can prove just what I'm made of. I got that fire in me, got that desire in me. I'm never tired, I'll be pushing till I'm finally free. I was made to break away from the pack, to challenge, to fight, and to carve my own path. This world wasn't made for the weak, they don't last. Survival of the fittest, so be vicious and attack. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate, yeah. I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but it's being lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit. Yeah, I'ma be the hottest watch out, you'll be knocked out in a blink. I'm really out of a hurricane. It's calm now, but I know that it's about to change. I see the fight through the rise, so I'm not changed. I feel the energy rise, it's some change. Yeah, I'm in deep now. My ears ring, it's about to get loud. My heart beats, I'm about to black out. So watch out. There ain't no going back now. 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 Yeah, I'm ready to brawl. Yeah, I'm ready to brawl. Yeah, I'm ready to brawl. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to it. No fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path. If you want it bad, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done. I'll be number one, working hella hard until I get just what I want. Yeah, rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I'm on. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah. Yeah, and I feel the pain. Broken hearts, they all feel the same. I don't wanna be all alone. Just pull me apart, take me away. Never the same, the beginning always loved it more. Just pull me apart, take me away, tell me it's all gonna be okay. I wanna feel like I'm still alive.
Oh god. I'm back and immediately dropped everything. Anyway, let's continue on. Sorry to anybody who was typing in chat, if anybody was. Okay. How could she be a knight? She has a sword. Is that the only requirement for knighthood? Okay, fine, she has a sword. Can't argue with that. Listen, about last night, Florian looked back down at the ground, began avoiding eye contact for a few minutes before sighing and looking back to you. I don't do eye contact whatsoever. That's... Being able to do eye contact is that's Can't relate. There's only like a grand total of like 5 people I make eye contact with, and I know a lot of people. My mom, my sister, my brother, my best friend, and my lover. Oh yeah, and there's also that one coworker. 2 coworkers. 7 people. I only do eye contact with 7 people. That is so bad. That is so fucking bad. I thought it was better than that. Anyway. I'm scared of blood. Sure you are. Sure you are. I saw those sharp fangs earlier. I saw those. I saw them. You can't lie to me. Huh? That's all it was. I was surprised. Sorry. You should have said something. I wasn't trying to scare you. No, forget that. I apologize. I should have dealt with it myself. Come here. Florian grabbed you by the wrist. It was a light touch. He was careful not to hurt you as he pulled you towards the counter. Then he left you for a moment before returning with the same first aid kit you used yesterday. Have you procured an injury, Sir Florian? Shall I fetch you a physician? No, I've got it handled. I'm fine, Florian. It's a tiny cut. I already fixed it up. You're supposed to change it twice a day. I am? So it heals properly. Huh, I didn't know that. I also didn't know that. Just sit down. He dug through the wooden box, pulling out some antiseptic and a new bandage. You really don't need to. I should be able to do this much. I have to. Somebody said I should do shit like this. At that, you shut your mouth. Florian looked so serious in that moment, like this was more than just a band-aid. He sat you down on the edge of the counter, then peeled away your old bandage after putting on a pair of disposable gloves. Florian grimaced, almost putting up his nose at the sight of your cut, which really wasn't too bad at all. Luckily, it also didn't hurt. You sat there quietly as he performed his tasks like a ritual, putting antiseptic on your cut, which stung like a bitch, then covering it again with an adhesive bandage. Thanks, Florian. It's not a big deal. Then why does it feel like one? I really did see someone in my room last night. Whoever she was, she disappeared when I broke my glass. Well, I don't know. Maybe the place is haunted. You think? I got the hiccups. I just finished eating and I got the hiccups. Or maybe you just imagined it. Anyway, I gotta go to work. Yeah, right. Yeah, work. Thanks again, Florian. The store was quiet when you knelt down behind the counter, sorting out the various papers and knickknacks stored underneath. And boy, there was a lot of papers and knickknacks. Your aunt was nearly on the level of a hoarder. She had receipts stored away from 2 decades ago, brochures for long-closed restaurants, and enough loose screws to build a small airplane. How can you even amass this much stuff? You pulled out a stack of magazines, once again some decades old, and began to categorize them. Categorize and sort them, which before you... I can't fucking read! You pulled out a stack of magazines, again some decades old, and began to categorize them and sort them before your eye caught on a small, unlabeled white envelope between the pages. You removed it carefully, noting how pristine it looked, and it certainly wasn't as old as all the other junk sheet kept behind the register. Flipping it over, you noticed it was also unsealed. Huh, if it's not addressed to anyone, I guess it's fair game. Curiosity got the better of you, and you sat down on the stool and opened the envelope, pulling out a crisp sheet of paper from within. The handwriting was instantly familiar, neat, sweeping strokes, each word pressed with the kind of confidence only your aunt seemed to have. Still, there were faint marks of hesitation, a word scratched out here, a sentence started and abandoned there, unusual for her. You smoothed the page and began to read, putting aside any guilt over your noisiness. To my dear Quinn, I am writing this with ink far too smudgy for my taste, and on paper that deserves better than my restless scratching. But perhaps that is fitting. I can't read. For you are one of the few people I know who can take scraps and turn them into something whole. A half-empty cupboard becomes a feast. A half-thought phrase becomes poetry. A half-hearted day becomes bearable. I am leaving Willowmist for a time. Do not fret, it is not forever. You would, of course. You always worry more than you say. In return, of course. I will return, of course. I always do. When I do, I hope you will forgive me for slipping away without saying goodbye. You deserve so much better than vanishing acts and riddles. I should have told you this in person. I nearly did, standing outside the silver oak with words right on the edge of my tongue. But I could not bring myself to. Not because I do not trust you, Quinn, but because I trust you too much. You would look at me with those foolishly kind eyes of yours and ask me to stay. And I might have. I cannot afford that weakness, not right now. There are important matters only I can attend to that cannot wait a moment longer. Take care of yourself, Quinn. And please, don't forget to eat something other than your own cooking now and again. Even chefs need looking after. Yours always, Sylvie. You sat frozen for a long moment, the words hanging heavy in the air around you. It wasn't like the other letters she'd left behind for you. This one felt different, softer, more vulnerable. And it hadn't even been sealed, let alone delivered. Why had she hidden it away here? Why never send it at all? Auntie, you are more complicated than I give you credit for. You carefully slipped the letter back into the envelope, leaving it no worse off than when it had started. You could have easily slipped it back between the magazines to remain hidden forever. It wasn't your place. But something stopped you, and you instead stood up and headed towards the door. The silver oak was alive with light and sound, even in the middle of the day. The air smelled of herbs and roasted garlic, underscored by the sweetness of something caramelizing slowly in the oven. It was the kind of smell that made your stomach growl, no matter how recently you'd eaten. Several patrons lingered despite the hour, sipping drinks in the garden or eating a meal. It didn't take you long to spot Quinn a few tables down. He was moving gracefully between patrons, balancing 3 plates at once and a full glass of wine, and talking animatedly to his customers. Your eyes met, and nearly instantly he was by your side, face beaming. Ah, my newest and most radiant customer. No, my newest friend, my newest confidant, my newest partner in culinary crime. He swept into a dramatic bow, somehow without spilling a drop of wine he carried. His hair slipped forward over his shoulder like a curtain of dark silk. Tommy, you're here to dine, to taste the wonders of my kitchen, to bask in the company of the Willowmist's finest oak. Actually, I came because I found something of yours. Something of mine? A lost trinket? A misplaced poem? My dignity, perhaps? I've been searching for that one for years. You held out the envelope. Quinn's hand stilled before he reached for it. His gaze lingered on it, recognition flickering instantly across his features, as if he could tell who had written it from the lack of a name on the front. For a moment, the noise of the restaurant seemed to fade around him. He took the letter slowly, almost reverently, as though it might vanish if he moved too quickly. Sylvie's hand. He spoke the words softly, as if testing them. His thumb brushed the edge of the letter, and he let out a small, shaky laugh that didn't quite reach his eyes. For me? She never gave this to me. His eyes scanned the first few lines. His smile faltered. Whatever flamboyant quip had been waiting on his tongue shriveled into silence. With a quiet exhale, Quinn tucked the letter back into the envelope and slipped it against his chest. His usual energy was still there, but muted like a fire burning low. Thank you, Perez, for bringing this to me. His voice caught, and he cleared his throat, forcing a grin back onto his face. I owe you a meal, no arguments, the finest thing you've ever tasted, and then some. Considerate payment for your noble service as carrier of forgotten words. You don't have to, but I must. If I did not, the very foundations of the Silver Oak would crumble, and then where would Willowmist be? Hungry, despairing, devoid of risotto. The grin was convincing, but not quite enough to hide the heaviness in his eyes. Still, he clapped you warmly on the shoulder, his voice booming again to cover the crack in his armor. Do you know why she didn't give this to you? Well, I could guess, but Sylvie has always been a storm. You can predict the thunder, never the lightning. But enough of my melancholy. I will not let you carry my burdens when you already carry the store. No, this letter is a gift in its own way. A reminder that though she thought of me, and for that my heart is lighter, not heavier. Now, how about that meal, Another day. I'm actually meant to be minding the store. My deepest apologies for stealing you away for so long, then. How terrible of me. Terrible indeed. Have a lovely day, my dear. And thank you. With that, you turned to leave. You glanced back over your shoulder and saw him staring down at the letter, a small, wistful smile on his lips. Wah! Wah! We game! What the fuck? We can romance Quinn. Let's not romance Quinn. Though I wonder if it'll just be like, oh, this is my possible uncle type love. I don't know. Okay. So we have a vintage stuffed rabbit. Probably not haunted. Normal, common, 2 to 35. Okay, owl plate, you stare, it stares back. Who will win the staring competition? Normal, common, 6 to 87, paid 0. Christmas bells brooch, wearing this, it could be Christmas all year round. Normal, 2 to 43, common. Okay, so since this is like a children's toy, we'll price it low. We'll do like 5. For this one, 6 to 87, we'll do 15. I don't wanna... Hold on, what's the in-between of 32 and 35? 33, so 16? It'd be more like 15. Okay, so this is 6 to 87, so 81 is the halfway, so this would be around 40. Okay, and that is 40, so this one will be around 20. You get seated behind the counter, ready for today's customers. The bells chime and a customer comes inside. Hold on, I need to switch out my headphones. Mine just went dead. Okay, fixed. There we go. Welcome! Vintage stuffed rabbit reminds me of my mom's love, but quieter. I'll buy it, that way it won't get lonely here. Okay, 15. I have to get home to my mom, bye. See you next time! The customer leaves the store. You saw one customer today, but no one else is coming now. So is it better in the morning than the afternoon? Clean up in the afternoon. As the sun crested the horizon and day slowly began to turn into night, you turned your open sign to closed. Phew, another day down. It was pretty busy today. Yeah, I guess some days are like that. Other days are just twiddling our thumbs until we can go home. Frankly, that's more like what I was expecting. I thought an antique store in the countryside wouldn't have a lot of activity. Would an antique store in the city have any more activity? Yeah, maybe. Antiques and thrifting and stuff are pretty popular these days. I always thought it was only old people who liked antiques. What, you don't like them? Looks like a load of junk to me. Junk? You should not say such things, Sir Florian. I really wish you just call me Florian. Lady Sylvia has spent her lifetime curating this collection of fascinating oddities. It would do you well to hold your tongue if it only spits at distaste. Oddities is one word for all this crap. I mean, you do you, but there's a reason you work here if you don't care about it. But is there a reason you work here if you don't care about the store? Excuse me. Fucking hiccups. I care about the store and the owner. I don't care about the antiques. Your aunt helped me through some shit gig with this job when I had nowhere else to go. I appreciate that. Doesn't mean I have to be into used lampshades and rusty axes. I guess that makes sense. Speaking of being busy though, how do I go about finding more things to sell? We'll run out soon enough unless I start pillaging the decorations. I don't know, who's due for someone's trash can? Do I look like a raccoon to you? Do you really want me to answer that? I do not think you look like a raccoon, Caress. Mayhaps you have more qualities similar to a red panda. Your red coat is divine. Thanks, Lucy. I'm glad someone here appreciates me. Your aunt had a few different avenues for her drunk. I feel drunk. Your aunt had a few different avenues for her junk. I don't really know the specifics. She does have an attic filled with it, though. You can pick through that. Maybe you might find something. Or you might find nothing. That seems more likely. Oh, an attic? Yeah, Sylvie's been meaning to sort it out for ages. If you get injured trying to work this mess, it won't be my problem, though. I can dig out the key and show you tomorrow. Thanks, that sounds great. At that moment, your stomach let out a low grumble. Alright. Do you guys know Quinn? The chef guy? Yeah, I guess. You're going to sound less interested. Florian rubbed the back of his neck, looking away. He's nice or whatever, we just don't get along. I don't know, I guess we're two different of people or something. Sir Quinn is an excellent cook who makes feasts fit for royalty. Lady Sylvie did well in seeking his companionship. Interesting. He invited me to his restaurant to try a new recipe tonight. I nearly forgot about it. Have fun with that. Aw, not even a little bit interested? I'm not hungry. I've got work to do anyway. What? Sweeping the floors you've been sweeping all day? It'll be fun. Or you, maybe. Anyway, bye, have fun or whatever. At that, Florian left the room. Lucille? I would be honored, Caress. In truth, I had already considered offering to accompany you, should you require a guardian for the evening. It is only fitting that I ensure your safety even over a meal. It's just dinner. I don't think I need a guard, just a friend if that's alright with you. My next duty is not bound by circumstance. Whether it be dinner or battle, I would gladly be your shield. But a friend, indeed, I would enjoy the company. Perfect. I still haven't managed to take a look around town, so having a guide will save me from getting too lost. Sir Florian has not offered to show you around the settlement, truly? Well, then please allow me to escort you through town and show you its finest landmarks. No harm shall come to you while I'm by your side. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's make a whole night of it. A night of it? Ah, I meant... Sure, a night of it. Hey. Anyway, I don't know what the fuck that laugh was. The town of Willowmist glowed softly under the moon as you and Lucille stepped out onto the main street. The air was cool and fresh, carrying the faintest hint of blooming jasmine and the earthy scent of the forest just beyond the town's edge. Somewhere, a distant clock chimed the hour, its tones mellow and unhurried. You couldn't help but think that time seemed to feel slower here. There really was no difference. Ah, fucking god! I'm hesitating so much right now. What the fuck? You couldn't help but think that time seemed to feel slower here. There really was no need to rush, was there? It is a brilliant night for a stroll, though the weather has begun to cool off. Remnants of autumn still remain. Leaves crunched under both of your footfalls pleasantly, singing farewell to their passing season. So, Lucille, how long have you lived in Willowmist? I believe it has been around 3 months now, give or take. Well, that's very recent. What brought you to town? It is a long and peculiar tale, Caress. One I am not certain you will believe, but if you wish to hear it, I shall tell it true. This must be related to why she thinks she's a knight. I'd be happy to hear it. Very well. 3 months ago, I was not in Willowmist. In fact, I was not in this world at all, at least not as it is now. I hail from a time long past, an age of kings and castles, of honor and oaths sworn beneath banners fluttering in the wind. You stared at her, still trying to gauge whether she was pulling your leg or not, but Lucille looked completely and utterly serious. I was engaged in the most dire battle when the world itself seemed to shift beneath me. One moment I stood upon the battlefield, the next I awoke amidst the unfamiliar sights and sounds of this town. I like to think I'm easygoing, but time travel is a lot to take in. I understand your doubt, but I yet have no reason to deceive you. This armor, these weapons, even my manner of speech, all relics of an age long forgotten. Surely you have noticed their antiquity. You're being serious, aren't you? I swear upon my honor, when I arrived I had no knowledge of this place or this time. The world I knew was gone, replaced by one of strange machines and customs. She can't seriously be telling the truth, right? A potential ghost in a store, sure. Time traveling knight? But I guess she really doesn't have a reason to lie to me. I'll just go along with it for now. That's kinda nuts, you know? Indeed, it is kinda nuts. How'd you manage to adjust? That must have been a lot of change. With great difficulty, I assure you. Your aunt was the first to show me kindness. She took me in, clothed me, and taught me the ways of this world. Were it not for her, I might have been lost entirely. For reasons I cannot explain, I feel as though I was meant to be here. Perhaps fate has a purpose for me still. Damn, that's one way to think about it. You're strong, you know that? Stronger than me. I wish I could go with the flow that easily. I am a knight, Perez. Adaptation and perseverance, or as you put it, going with the flow, are the very essence of survival. I have pledged my service to you not only out of duty, but because, in this unfamiliar land, you have given me purpose, and for that I am grateful. Why do you think you are not strong, Perez? I see no reason to doubt yourself so. Strength is not measured solely by the swing of a blade or the weight of one's armor. It lies in the choices we make, the burdens we carry, and the resolve we continue forward when the path is uncertain. I suppose so. When did you become a knight, Lucille? When I was 7. When I was sent to the local lord's castle to begin my training. 7? That's so young. I'm 26 now. I feel like I've done nothing with my life and fear that I would choose wrong. So much time has passed me by. I've seen friends start families, get married, climb the career ladder. But I'm still the same as I was 8 years ago. Is that why you insist to come to Willowmist? It felt like something I could do, a choice I could make. So, I guess so. When I began my training as a squire, a trainer once said to me that there is no shame in fear, only surrendering to it. Your path forward may be unclear at times, Perez, but it is there all the same. Time spent on a journey is no waste. You have a way with the words. Thanks. Thanks, Lucille. You really know how to charm someone, you know that? Charm? You honor me with your words. I merely speak from the heart. If it brings you some degree of comfort, then that is well. See, you're still doing it. The way you speak is so romantic. Romantic? I'm not sure how to explain it. You're just so effortlessly charming. I fear I have never thought of myself as charming. From a young age, my instructors considered me too harsh of tongue. You? There's no way we're talking about the same Lucille. I only strive to be honest and sincere in my words and actions. Though, if my manner of speaking pleases you, then I consider it a gift I am glad to share. Man, 5 minutes with you and even someone with a stone heart would fall in love. Fall for me, surely you jest. I am merely a knight unaccustomed to such notions of romance. My duty is to protect and serve, not to inspire affection. Well, consider me inspired. You watched as Lucille blinked a few times in surprise, her usual steady composure faltering for just a moment. Your words are most gracious, Perez. You have my thanks. Ah. I fear I've spoken too much and nearly forgot the purpose of our excursion. This way, allow me to introduce you to the fine establishments of Willowmist. So, apparently you can romance everyone in this. Not everyone, but a good few. I'm gonna give the ghost girl a chipper voice. The two of you side by side continued onwards to the town center. As you passed a brightly lit building, Lucille gestured towards it. Behold, the farmer's market. It is most curious. It is found indoors. On my day, one would venture to an open square of dawn, yet here the bounty of the land is neatly contained beneath the roof. I must admit, it lacks the charm of market stalls, but the convenience is notable. It is open nearly no matter the hour. Ah, a grocery store? Yes, I believe that is what Lady Sylvie referred to it as. Further along, Lucille slowed her steps in front of a small clothing store. Its mannequins posed in stylish outfits, many of which were winter coats. It would start to get cold soon, wouldn't it? And here we have the local tailor. Their wares may lack the intricate embroidery of royal finery, but they seem practical and well made. If you have need of garments for the winter, I would advise you pay a visit. Maybe we could take a look together sometime. I would be honored, Flores. She led you onward, pausing briefly outside a plain brick building with a glowing green cross above its entrance. An apothecary, though I have yet to have need of their services. The potions they prepare must be most potent in this age with all the modern tools at their disposal. I'm not sure they use potions exactly, but medicine has probably come a long way. I can only imagine. I pray we do not have to find out anytime soon. Yeah, let's try to stay healthy for the next few months at least, alright? You have my word. Across the way. Lucille nodded to a squat building with darkened windows. The local woodwright's workshop is just over yonder. His craftsmanship is impressive, worthy of a noble commission, even, but it's nothing in particular. The master crafter simply gives me a certain sense of unease I cannot place. I do not doubt his skill, but there is certainly something about him that seems unnatural. However, in this town, that is not such a strange thing. I'll keep that in mind if we ever run into each other. You humble me by taking heed of my words. My thanks. Now, Sir Quinn's dining establishment is just ahead. The atmosphere of the night seemed to change as you stepped into the Silver Oak. You were surprised to find it mostly outdoors, but that surprise was certainly not a disappointment. Strings of twinkling lights crisscrossed overhead, casting a soft golden glow that danced off window tables and the cheerful faces gathered around them. The air was rich with the mouth-watering aroma of sizzling meats, freshly baked bread, and the faint sweetness of roasted vegetables. Every now and again, the scent of herbs and wood smoke wafted past, carried on the gentle evening breeze. Plates of food and frothy pints of beer made their way to tables, the clinking of glasses mingling with bursts of laughter and lively chatter. Someone at a table in a corner strummed the guitar. You came. Hold on. You came! Of course, how could I turn down the best chef in town? I brought a friend. I hope that's alright? The more the merrier when it comes to food, eh? Please, I reserved the table just for you. Sit. Before you could even place a hand on the chair to pull it out, Lucille had already done it. Ooh, what a gentleman. Allow me to do that for you. Ah, so you're so well-mannered, Lucille. You're so well-mannered, Lucille. The world would be a better place if we had more people like you. Fucking reading. I can only help where I can, Sir Quinn. And so humble, too. Please, sit and enjoy the atmosphere. Deliciousness awaits. You sat down, and Lucille adjusted your chair for you before crossing over to sit on the opposite side of the table. Our armor made a slight scraping sound, but you were impressed with how silent it was overall. Your aunt really did well picking that out. Where'd she manage to get armor like that anyway? I swear there's so much I don't know about her. Maybe I get to ask when she comes back home. It's only 3 months away after all. Oh god! Oh god! Oh god. Whoa, what is with this intimate setting? Why is this so intimate? What the fuck? I'm just admiring this, I'm sorry. You seem deep in thought, Perez. Ah, my bad. I was just thinking about my aunt. A fair topic to be consumed by. Your aunt is a wonderful woman. I'm almost jealous of you and Florian, you know. Jealous? You two honestly know her better than I do. All we know each other from is letters. Even now, I haven't seen her in, 21 years? That is indeed a long time to go without seeing one's own family, yet you cannot deny the bond you shared through her letters. A connection nurtured by words alone is no less meaningful. Yeah, but it's different, isn't it? I know her as my quirky aunt from the countryside who likes herbs and crystals. You, this town, really know her. Everyone I've spoken to seems to look up to her. She is the best of Willowmist. I do not think it is an exaggeration to say that this town would not flourish as it does without her. Big shoes to fill. You need to fill her shoes, only bring your own. Lucia leaned back at her chair, her eyes flickering away from you. Nevertheless, I understand the weight of time lost. Probably better than anyone. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. Time, though it may slip through our fingers, grants us the moments we have now, and it is what we choose to do with those moments that truly matters. Though I need not remind you, Lady Sylvie did not ask Florian nor I to attend to her most prized position while she was away absent. She asked you. In truth, it is part of the reason I have so quickly trusted in you. Lady Sylvie herself believes in you. She could have at least left me some instructions if she believed in me so much. Forget talking about me anyway, I'm more interested in knowing about your knightness. Do you truly find it so interesting? I do. Is your armor heavy? Is that heavy? It seems like a lot to walk around in that. Fucking reading goddamn sucks. Anyway, is it that heavy? It seems like a lot to walk around in at all hours of the day. For one not accustomed to such weight, perhaps, but I have borne this weight since my youth. It feels as natural to me as the air I breathe. She glanced down at her polished armor, her expression thoughtful. Truthfully, this set is quite light compared to the one I wore when I first arrived in Willowmist. That armor was forged for battle, with heavy plating and chainmail beneath. And it carried far more than its own weight. Every dent and scratch held a memory of the field or of my training. So this must be like casual wear to you, huh? In a sense, yes. I find it reassuring in a way. Wearing it reminds me of who I am, no matter how strange this time may seem. I don't think I could even stand upright in something like that, let alone move around so gracefully. Grace comes with time and practice, my friend, though I suspect you would carry it well should you ever wish to try. Is that sword real? The blade I carry? Indeed, it's the same one I used in the battles of my youth. Youth hardly seems like the right word. You look so young. Your words are most gracious, though I assure you my youth has long since passed. Were it up to my mother, and I had not chosen a path of a knight, I would have married many years ago. She often reminded me that a sword makes a poor companion, though I suspect she underestimated how loyal a blade can be. It's nice to know that despite the year, mothers are just like that. Your mother also wishes for you to marry? Probably. I think it has more to do with wanting grandchildren than wanting me to get married. But anyway, about that sword, can you really use it? Like, use it? I assure you, my training has not gone to waste. The blade has seen me through many trials, and though I pray it will not be necessary in this time, I am prepared to wield it should the need arise. Okay, I don't think I'll need you to stab anyone, but I do appreciate the offer. I will endeavor not to stab anyone in your presence. Maybe just not at all? At that, she cracked a smile. I carry a sword not as an act of aggression, but a promise of protection. I would never harm another who was not deserving of it. I could hardly be called a knight otherwise. You're making me want to see you swing that thing. I bet it'd be real cool. Perhaps one day, should the need arise, I shall demonstrate. Until then, rest assured that my skill remains sharp. So, knights are allowed to get married? I'm sorry, but I've got to ask. Knights can get married? I need a drink. Hold up. Okay. Indeed, though there are some limitations, we may not marry commoners nor people of higher status unless arranged by our lords. I guess I just thought knights had to, stay single, like monks or something. Not at all. While some knights do choose to forego marriage in favor of their duties, it is not a requirement. We are permitted to wed, provided the union aligns with the expectations of our station. So what happens if you fall for someone who doesn't meet the rules? Then one must choose between desire or duty. It's not an easy decision, but a knight's honor lies in loyalty to their vows. How complicated. Here I thought modern dating was difficult. Such is the life of a knight, but I would not trade it for anything. Honor and duty are the cornerstones of my existence, and to stray from them would be to betray myself. So, does that mean you've never, fallen for someone? Lucille's composture. Yep, I was about to say composture. That is not even how the word is spelled. Fuck. Lucille's composure faltered for the briefest moment, her cheeks coloring faintly beneath her confident demeanor. No, I have always prioritized my duties above such matters. There was little time to entertain the notion of romance. Well, what about now? Now? You said it yourself, this is a totally foreign time to you, right? No one's caught your fancy around town? Caught my fancy. I must admit, I not yet considered such a matter. My focus has been on adapting to this time and fulfilling my duties. Matters of the heart seem secondary to ensuring I can serve and protect those who place their trust in me. That's a very knightly response. I am a knight after all, though perhaps it would not be unwelcome to find such a connection. I almost can't imagine you with a crush. Neither can I, truthfully. Bon appetit, dinner is served. Quinn appeared as if from thin air, then placed 2 dishes down, one in front of each of you. What you saw would have been fit for the finest restaurant anywhere. The creamy beets were so red it almost surprised you. If it is delicious, then you will sing my praises through all of Willowmist. If it is not, then simply strike me down, as I could not bear the thought of serving a lovely Sylvie's family anything less than perfect. Well, she brought a sword, so let's hope it's good. I am there trembling in my boots. Please, taste. It smells delicious. You raised a fork full of the risotto to your mouth. The creamy texture, the tender rice, the velvety sauce, it was beyond delicious. As you chewed, the earthy flavor of the roasted beets, almost sweet, filled your mouth. Quinn, this is delicious. Magnificent. You do not understand how that warms my heart so. I had worried for a moment. My prep time was cut short last night. The full moon does things to a person sometimes, you understand? Huh? Wait, he's a fucking werewolf? He's a fucking werewolf? What? Nevertheless, enjoy. Fine company makes a meal even more delicious, eh? You looked back over towards Lucille, who seemed to be enjoying her meal just as much as you were. Quinn wandered back through the table, smiling and chatting to each person he passed by. Everyone looked so happy to speak to him. He's really nice. Indeed, he's a noble man with a noble heart. That was the fucking wrong voice. Indeed, he is a noble man with a noble heart. We are fortunate to have him in Willowmist. Yahoo! Oh, there's so many more hearts. Oh, there's so many more hearts than with Quinn. So yeah, Quinn will just be like a family type of bond. But everyone else we actually have to work towards leveling up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 fucking hearts. The fuck do you mean? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. I miscounted. I can't really see behind this little rank up thing. Level up. Level up. I got +1 skill point. Oh my god, skill points? We have skill points? Oh. Okay, let's read these. Your ability to negotiate and sweet talk customers. Charm increases the chances of customers paying more during haggling, buying more than one item, and offers you better deals in markets and auctions. A keen eye for value and a sharp mind for history. Smarts helps you accurately assess an item's worth and spot fakes before they cost you. A knack for being in the right place at the right time. Luck increases the chance of rare items appearing in markets, auctions, and random events, and sometimes you just get lucky. A steady hand and a talent for repairs. Handiwork boosts the quality of restored items and increases the odds of getting the shop sparkling clean. An eye for presentation and a flair for arrangement. Style draws more customers to the shop and makes your wares more appealing, raising your chance of making a sale. Excuse me. So for now, I think we're going to level up smarts. Just because that'll help us more accurately portray items' costs. And then maybe we'll do luck or charm after. But yeah, okay, we have 3 possible love interests. We have Florian. Oh, fuck, we have more. Okay, we have Florian, Emmett, Lucille. We can build up our bond with Vivi and Quinn, and then we have 2 others. I'm not quite sure if they'll be love interests or not. But we also need to meet the ghost girl, so one of these is the ghost girl. Okay. Birthday, February 29th. That was fucking yesterday. Okay. A student who lives in Willowmist with a peculiar outlook on the world seems to be able to slip in anywhere and fit in. Resume. Unlocks at like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Florian. He doesn't do anything with enthusiasm, but he does get his work done. Not a fan of mornings. Okay, so yeah, there is 10 hearts. So anyone with 10 hearts we can romance. But anything with under 10 we can't. Okay, so that also includes Quinn. Status? 1 heart? So he's not married or anything. Huh. Okay, so we'll seems to remember the most valuable thing in this shop. Time, Aunt Sylvie. Okay. Let's continue. You continued eating, eyes passing over the various people that sat at tables. They were all kinds, friends, couples, families. The atmosphere was extremely pleasant, and it was easy to fall into the town's rhythm. Absent-mindedly, you looked past Lucille's shoulders, your eyes locking onto someone sitting a few tables away from you. Huh, that guy does know how to cut loose. I guess he doesn't like me in particular. Oh well, no loss there, I suppose. Hey, Lucille? Yes, Perez? Don't turn around too quickly, but do you know him? She spun around incredibly obviously. Sir Emmett, yes, he is often around the store assisting Lady Sylvie. What do you think of him? Lady Sylvie believes him to be a man of his word and extremely talented in his work. So man likes him, that's good. He's a bit cold. As far as I'm aware, he is like that with most people. Sir Emmett likes to keep a professional distance from much of the town. Well, his loss. Honestly. I'm a ball to hang out with. That you are, Chris. Wait, really? I was just kidding. I've had a wonderful time with you. Putting that aside, however, perhaps it is time for us to take our leave. Both of your plates had long since been scraped clean, neither of you daring to leave even a single crumb behind. We'll have to do something to say thanks to Quinn. He didn't have to do all of this. You both stood from the table, weaving your way past the other guests. As you passed Emmett, he looked up from his plate and met your gaze more directly than usual. Oh, Perez. Fuck me. Oh, Perez. There you are. I was hoping I'd run into you. You were? Why did he sound like a fuckboy just now? Anyway. Yes, I've been meaning to say something. I've been thinking about it for a while. You're doing better than I expected. That's not bad. I mean, it's good. Thank you? The store, the town, it's not easy. You make it look easier than it is. I don't think I've said that before. I should've. Are you feeling okay? I've never been better, Grace. Maybe a bit warm. Is it warm tonight or something? Aren't we going into winter? Maybe it's just you. I'm warm? Yeah, you seem warm. What was I saying? Something about me being warm? Right, that. You should stay. Oh, as fun as that sounds, I'm actually out with Lucille tonight. Why? We were having dinner? I should ask first. Next time, have dinner with me. I would like that. Good. That's good. Get home safe, and don't forget you promised. You hurried away with Lucille, waving thanks to Quinn on the way out. Lucille, I feel fair. We may have just witnessed a real-life bona fide demon possession. Sir Emmett, you mean? He was being uncharacteristically amiable. He shot me down instantly when I suggested hanging out together outside of work. Perhaps you had a change of heart? You are wonderfully charming, Chris. Thanks, but I don't think so. Seriously, we need to call a priest or something. I shouldn't let that distract me though, Lucille. Thanks for coming out with me. Had a great night. Food really is better with good company. You have my thanks for allowing me to accompany you, Chris. It was truly wondrous to get to know you as a person. Do you live that far from here? Want me to walk you home? That will not be necessary. Please allow me to walk you home instead. As your knight, it's my sworn duty to ensure your safety. To allow you to escort me instead would be unthinkable. Well, the mist seems pretty safe and quiet, though. I don't think you need to ensure my safety or anything. It is a quiet town, yes, but even the stillest waters may hide unexpected dangers. As your companion, I cannot allow you to face the night unguarded. Seriously, it's like a 10-minute walk. 10 minutes or 1 hour, it matters not. My role as your protector does not end when the sun sets. Please, allow me to fulfill my oath. Excuse me. My fucking hiccups won't go away. Okay. I'm fixing my little setup here. You sighed, but found it more amusing than anything. Alright, you win, Miss Lady Knight. Lead the way. As it should be, my liege. Caress. Lucille's voice softened, the faintest glimmer of a smile touching her lips as she gestured for you to follow. Together you stepped through the cool night air, the quiet streets of Willowmist stretching before you. Right, Caress. There we go, I am now safely deposited back home. All is well with the world. Now I feel bad letting you walk home alone. Please, do not trouble yourself with such thoughts. If anyone even entertained the notion of harming me, I would be able to defend myself. And as you say, Willowmist is quite safe. Then you agree you didn't need to walk me back. Safe or not, it is my duty to see you safely home, but I will admit perhaps my insistence was not entirely selfish. I find that I rather enjoy your company. Her tone softened, a glimmer of warmth in her usually composed demeanor. So while it is my honor to fulfill my role as your knight, I must confess it is also my pleasure. Woohoo! Someone's a smooth talker. Only an honest talker, Caress. And now that you're safely home, my mission is complete. I bid you good night with the hope that we shall meet again on the morrow. She left for the light bow, her golden hair catching the soft glow of the night as she returned and began her journey home, leaving you with the faint smile lingering on your lips. Man, she's really great. You turned towards your door, taking the old key out of your pocket. It was halfway turned in the keyhole when you heard voices within. I win if Florian loses. Someone owes me $5. What are you gonna do with $5? You pushed open the door, peering curiously into the room. It's the ghost. Why do I keep doing that? Left. Jesus Christ, can you stop sneaking around in the middle of the night all the time? Maybe you should spend less time skulking about in the dark then. Was someone else here? Uh-huh. I thought I heard you talking to someone. At your comment, he rubbed the back of his neck, looking away. What weirdo would be hanging around here this late? You, for one? I left the little tongue out. I work here. Uh-huh, at night, alone, in the dark. So, just talking to yourself then? Guess so. Anyway, I'm busy. You sure look it. How was dinner? It was lovely. Quinn is an amazing chef. You really missed out, you know. Yeah, I know. At that, Florian's face dropped. I'll get back to work. Sure, have a good night. Have a nice night. Why is no one in this fucking town fucking human? I wish I could have a polyamorous relationship in this one. I want both Lucille and Florian. Fuck. I will find a way. I will find a way. Is it also possible to have a third lover? Because I'm not against excluding Emmett for reasons. You let an audible sigh. Fuck me, I'm missing words. You let out an audible sigh when you finally reached your home away from home. The weight of the day's events had finally begun to settle on your shoulders. Every day seemed to be like that lately. Now, dressed in your pajamas, you got yourself a nice cool glass of water and settled down on a chair. Willowmist sure was strange, and boy, you were enjoying it so far. I'm not dressed in my pajamas right now, what the fuck? I wonder what was up with Emmett, though. He said he'd stop by sometime. Maybe I'll get the chance to ask him. Maybe he really was swayed by my overwhelming charm. I fucking... I'm so bad at reading. A gentle breeze reached you from the open window, and you closed your eyes, leaning back and enjoying the feeling. Then you heard rustling. Opening your... I can't fucking read. Opening your eyes, you saw a piece of paper of some kind drift in on the wind before settling on top of the wardrobe. What the... Man, not close the windows if trash comes in on a breeze. You stood, then made your way over to the dresser, which you now realized was far too tall for you to reach the top of. Right, I'm gonna be stuck with the trash forever. That won't annoy me at all. I guess I'll ask Florian for a ladder tomorrow. Maybe the storeroom has something. At that moment, a soft, gentle green glow began to envelop the piece of paper, and it slowly fell into your outstretched hand. What? It seemed to be a letter, although rather short. It read, "So, I might have gone a teensy bit overboard last night. It was supposed to be funny, not, glass smashing." Oh, okay. So, I might have gone a teensy bit overboard last night. It wasn't. It was supposed to be funny, not, glass smashing, slicing funny. Anyway, I'm really sorry I made you get hurt. I didn't mean for that to happen, promise. I hope you're feeling better. At the bottom was a hugely elaborate signature that you couldn't make heads or tails of. What in the... A teensy bit overboard? Is this Florian pranking me or something? Right, Chris, this has got to be Florian. If it's not Florian, then... You glanced around the room, half expecting someone to jump out laughing, but the stillness of the room answered with silence. Your gaze returned to the letter as a sinking realization began to settle in. If it's not Florian, then no one else knew about the glass. Someone was in here. There is a ghost. Hey, ghost, once again, I'm really chill. No one answered. Well, I'm going to sleep now. Please don't steal my soul or anything while I'm asleep, alright? I promise I won't taste good. You quickly crawled into bed, settling into the soft sheets. No ghost disturbed you as you fell into yet another deep, restful slumber. We're gonna take a 5-minute breather. I am getting so bad at reading. Shaky the drink, because all of the flavor has settled at the bottom. God, how's it 7 o'clock? Watching a video of a cat just failing. I don't mind if I do. It's mine. Dude has a Cheetos bag on his head. That actually looks very comfortable. Okay, I think I am done with the break. I've been here the entire time. Sorry for being so quiet. I was watching a video to reset my mind from reading so much. Now it's kind of reset, so we're gonna try this bullshit again. You awoke to a commotion from downstairs. That was slowly becoming commonplace around here. Rising out of bread? Never mind, we're not good. We're not fucking good. Rising out of bed, you dressed, grabbing an apple on the way down for breakfast. Oh my god, hiccups. Wow, Florian's here early, what the fucking Jesus Christ. Oh, there's a little flower on his pocket. Look at the little flower. Florian? Oh, I didn't mean to wake you up. You found Florian mopping the floors again, and a toppled-over suit of armor that had previously been leaning against the black wall sprawled out on the ground. Sir Florian, you ought to take heed. Though I admire your dedication to arriving earlier in the day, it is no use if you cannot perform your duties correctly. It was an accident, okay? What are you doing here so early? Wait, you did go home last night, didn't you? Florian? I was busy, alright. You can get off my back about it. There's really nothing to keep you that busy here. I would never expect or want you to do that. I haven't been able to sleep anyway. Might as well be doing something useful. Even if you can't sleep, you should be resting. The key to a steadfast body and mind, Sir Florian, is rest. Even the finest knights cannot protect their charge if they're worn down by exhaustion. Lucille stepped forward, then stood up the fallen suit of armor. A lack of sleep dulls the senses, clouds judgment, and weakens resolve. Trust me, I have seen even the strongest falter when they neglect their rest. Yeah, well, good for you, knights. Maybe you guys don't have insomnia. Sleepless nights are not foreign to me, but to push yourself without reprieve only invites disaster. She's right. It's not even about the sleep so much. It's about giving yourself a break. You need it. You deserve it after a long day's work, especially. I don't want a break. I want to keep busy. I can see that. Florian's hand tightened around the mop handle. You cannot pour from an empty vessel, Sir Florian. You two are way too nosy. I mean, isn't it kind of my job to be nosy? Just get some rest. Don't worry about work today. Fine. If it gets you off my back, no promises I'll be able to sleep though. We do not ask for perfection, only effort. Finally, he leant the mop against the wall, then ran a hand through his mop of hair. You couldn't help but notice the slightly more defined eye bags under his eyes. Then he started his way upstairs. That's my bed. That's awfully forward of you, Florian. Florian? What? I know you're tired, but you do have your own bag, don't you? What are you saying? I said I'd show you the attic. The attic. I was just gonna show it to you before I leave. God. It has nothing to do with your bed. Fine, but after this, go home. Yeah, whatever. Florian acts just like my lover. Anyway. I think that's why I'm drawn to Florian. Shit, forgot to read. Dust motes danced through the beams of light that filtered in through the stained glass window at the back of the room. It left a splash of colorful patterns across the jumbled, mismatched antiques that filled the attic. Old trunks, boxes overflowing with trinkets, and well-loved books. Ta-da! The attic. Like I said, Sylvie's been meaning to clean this crap up to sell anyway, and by crap I mean there's a lot of rubbish here. You might find nothing worth selling. I don't know. There certainly is a lot of stuff. You can say crap. It's not crap. Just an assortment of items, some more worthwhile than others. Sounds like a roundabout way of saying some of it is crap. As you move through the room, your eyes caught onto something odd, a flash of movement near the shelves. You turn only to find something or someone hanging upside down from the edge of the high shelf, her bright smile and sparkling eyes pointed directly at you. Time to do chipper voice. Woo! She's a ghost. Woo! Ooh, spooky. Winnie is the perfect name. Anyway. Ta-da! Aha! You stumble backwards, barely catching yourself before you tripped over your aunt's collection of used phone books. Before you could even process what was happening, the figure slipped, letting out a startled yelp as you tumbled to the floor in a heap. You winced, waiting for the sound of impact, but nothing came. Ow, ow, ow! Wait, that didn't even hurt. Why am I saying ow? Ah, are you okay? The figure popped up immediately, brushing herself off with a sheepish grin. Never better! Another flawless wedding by yours truly. You fell. Thank you. I know my graceful performance was one you'll remember forever. Please hold the applause. Then you noticed that she was ever so slightly transparent. She struck a dramatic pose, her hands forming a heart over her chest as she flashed you a dazzling grin. Hello, Chris. It's so exciting to finally meet you. You're in the presence of a future international superstar and idol Wendy. Not Windy, Winnie. She twirled in place, but her motion ended with a slight wobble, making you instinctively reach out as though to catch her, but your hands passed right through her. Winnie? Wait a second, you're the girl who was in my room the other night. You're a beautiful woman with adoring fans all over the world. The only fan you have is that one. Florian pointed to an old, dusty electric fan that sat in the corner of the room. Ooh, you suck. I have loads of fans. Where are they then? Why is she so low quality? What the fuck? It's off-putting compared to the high-quality background. But I think that's like for transparency's sake. That's... Here and there, you wouldn't know them since all you do is sit around at the store every day. That's funny coming from you. Overwhelmed, you sat down on the wooden floor staring towards the insane display. Anyway, you can just go away if you're gonna be such a nice spoil sport. I don't want to talk. Fuck me. Anyway, you can just go away if you're gonna be such a spoil sport. I want to talk to Chris. Shoo, Stinky. I'm not Stinky. Hey, hi. Why are you sitting on the ground? You're gonna get all dusty. She rushed over and squatted down beside you. I think the dust is the least of my worries right now. Florian, am I going crazy or something? Maybe, but that has nothing to do with her. So she's real? Unfortunately. Hey, I'm right here, you know. Why didn't you tell me? Look, I figured you'd find out eventually. She's hard to miss. I'm the only one keeping things lively around here. If it were up to Florian, the whole place would be a ghost town. No pun intended. A ghost. In the store. Sure, why not? We've got a knight. Why not a ghost too? Oh, you think your face is so cute. Maybe you should be the super famous internet idol. That would make one of you. Anyway, I'm really sorry for scaring you. No, you're not. I'm really sorry that scaring you made you get hurt. I really didn't mean for that to happen. I just maybe kind of had a bet with Florian over whether or not I could spook you. Now Florian owes me $5. I'm going home. Good luck dealing with that one. That one? I have a name! With that, Florian left, heading back downstairs and out of the store. So anyway, now that he's gone, I have something I want you to help me with. You do? Is it like dealing with something you left behind before you? I want to become the most famous internet idol ever. Right, of course. I should have guessed. And, if you help me with it, I'll promote the store. It's a win-win for both of us, don't you think? I get all the adoring fans, you get lots of people visiting your store. Come on, what do you say? Pretty please? Pretty please? It'll be lots of fun, I promise. I can try? I don't know much about idols or becoming famous, though. Scratch that, I know nothing about idols or becoming famous. Yay! You're the best ever. You're pretty much my manager now. Well, I don't know about that, babe, but I could try to help you at the very least. Right now? How about later tonight? I'm about to open up the store, but once it closes, I'm free. Yes, so this is going to be amazing. We'll have to pick outfits, make videos, maybe even do some live streams. Oh, would you do my hair too? I have so many ideas already. Slow down. Let's just take it slow and see how we go, alright? Slow. Alright, I'm great at slow. Which name do you think is better, Winnie the Super Amazing Cool Idol or Show Stopping Winnie? Maybe we'll workshop the name a question mark? Okay. We're back. Had a bit of connection difficulty. Okay. He said you were from out of town and you might not be into the whole, ghost thing. He thought it might be a better idea to wait a little and see what you thought of the town first. Wait, what? Is the whole town hiding a bunch of ghosts I don't know about? Maybe? I've never met another ghost. Even thinking about meeting a ghost gives me the shivers. You're afraid of ghosts? Well, yeah, who wouldn't be? And that doesn't seem at all funny to you. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. You stood up from the ground, then dusted off your clothes. It really was dusty down there. I better get back to work, so do you just hang around in here? I go over where the fun is. That'll be all over the place now that we know each other. Yippee! That sounds dangerous. Okay, I'll let you get back to work for now, but tonight you're all mine, okay? Don't forget, we're gonna make magic happen. Got it tonight. Magic. Sure, I'm all yours. They'll call me Caress the Wizard with all the magic I'm about to make happen. Later, that is. Now I have to be Caress the Shopkeeper. Lady Winona, it is good to see you fine and well. Lucy! Winnie charged forward, then jumped as if to hug Lucille, and went straight through her. Ah, one day that'll work. It is the thought that counts. I will prepare my stance for the day it does. That's the spirit! Was that pun intended? That's my spirit. I am pleased to see you have become acquainted with each other. The store was far too quiet without Lady Winona around. Ah, you're making me blush. I am only speaking the truth. Well, I think you're trying to make me turn red. You're so charming, Lucy. Honesty is not charm, Lady Winona. It is simply the way of a knight. Well, I think you're charming and noble and strong. And are you trying to make Lucille join your idol group or something? I've never heard so many compliments in one breath. Maybe? Just imagine a night idol. Have you ever heard of something so cute? I fear my talents do not extend to performance arts, and cute I am not. Boo! I think you're plenty cute. Don't you think so, Caress? Fuck. Oh, 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 fuck. Lucille is super cute. I think you'd make a great idol, Lucille. You'd be super popular. Lucille blinked, momentarily caught off guard. I fear you overestimate my appeal. Nope, Caress is right. You're a total heartthrob. Strong, noble, mysterious. Oh, the internet would eat you up. See? Winnie agrees with me. It would seem so. Lucille cleared her throat, straightening her posture as if trying to recover her composure. Still, my skills lie in the sword, not in the performance. If my presence is pleasing to you, then I shall take it as a compliment, my friends. Oh, Lucille, you should be totally my bodyguard when I go viral. Every idol needs a super cool knight watching her back. If it's a matter of security, I will, of course, fulfill my duty. Do you mean an actual bodyguard or a part of your act? Well, picture it. The amazing idol Wendy and her gallant guard, the unbreakable Dame Lucille de Rosario of the Order of the Crown. Blech, that's such a long title. That title keeps getting longer and longer. Good branding is key, don't you think? If my presence lends credibility to your efforts, I shall assist in what way I can. However, should any real danger arise, I will take my duty most seriously. I would not let any harm befall either of you. You smiled, shaking your head as Winnie practically sparkled with joy. Alright, let's focus on opening the store first. If a horde of admirers shows up, I trust Lucille to keep us all safe. You have my word. Oh, I'll handle the fans. This is so going to be a big break. Not sure ghost idols come with fans, but that's alright. Time to get to it. Okay, we have to do so much. Let's man the counter in the morning. Clean the store. Ah, fuck. So we need to sort through the storage and clean the store, but we can't do both at the same time. So I say we man the counter and sort through storage today. And then we'll clean the store tomorrow. It's still pretty clean. You remember the line of I can't fucking read. You remember the line from Aunt Sylvie's letter as you hauled another box across the attic floor. And for heaven's sake, don't try to sell the vase with the bird on it. It's cursed. It sounded like a bit of a warning, but also a hint, and curiosity was eating away at you. If I were a cursed vase, where would I hide? Search for the vase. Okay, let's see. Lucky roll, lucky roll. Nope, not at all. You emerged with more heart than technique, but no bird heart patterned vase, not even a feather. It's excellent at hiding or not here at all. Oh well, I'll find you one day. You repacked the chaos as best you could and made a mental note to return to search at a later time. You began searching through your aunt's collection. We got another one. $25, so around 12 or 13. You're sitting behind the counter when the door opens and a short figure steps in, framed by the sun. Hi, I'm glad your store is still here. It would have been concerning if it wasn't. Yes, exactly. I'm so very happy. Did your mom like your birthday present? She smiled all day and night. She's a good smiler. I'm so glad to hear it. Can I help you with anything else today? You're back so soon. I didn't realize kids your age were so into antiques. The shop smells like fun, so I wanted to come back. Maybe I'll find something else to make Mom smile. The day is always so good when she smiles. She drifted across the floor with that same light, careful gait as if she barely needed to step on the ground to move. It was strange, but interesting. Her path curved towards a tall antique mirror leaning against a shelf. The glass was a little fogged at the edges, silvery where the silvering had flaked. It's a pretty mirror, isn't it? But unfortunately it's not for sale. It might be able to find you something similar, though. When you look at yourself, how do you know it's really you? That's a pretty big question for an otherwise quiet day. I like big questions. They fit more wonder inside. You stepped closer. In the mirror, your reflections lined up side by side. For a heartbeat, something odd flickered. Vivi's mismatched eyes swapped left for right. And then the glass looked perfectly normal. You blinked twice. Confused. You blinked once. Twice. Confused. Well... I know it's me because I remember being me. I suppose it's me because I remember being me. I've had this face forever, but how could I be anyone but me? But history is heavy, and memories can change. Do you think they could ever take a person away from their reflection? Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve my reflection. Like I'm wearing something very beautiful that belongs to someone else. And if I breathe too loudly, it might notice and ask for it back. But I want to keep it. She pressed her fingertips almost, but not quite, against the glass, then dropped her hands abruptly and turned back to you. Maybe you can share your reflection then. That's not so bad. Sharing is nice. Thank you for answering. Of course. Can I stay here for a while longer? Just a little until my mom's done shopping. Sure, take as much time as you need. By the way, shouldn't you be at school? Not today. I only go to school on days I can remember to. Doesn't your mom mind? Mom makes it more like Mom likes it more when we're together. I think you'd like her. She's a very good mom. Vivi wandered away from the mirror, her hands hovering over the shelves until she paused on a display of some small broken trinkets waiting in a discount bin. There was a cracked porcelain doll head, a chipped teacup, and a wind-up toy missing its faceplate. Can I touch these? Be my guest. They're too damaged to sell anyway. If you find anything you like, you can just take it. She crouched down and gently lifted the doll head, tilting it this way and that. Then she picked up the broken toy and studied the round space where its face had once been. Her mismatched eyes lit up with some curious idea. With surprising deftness, she set the porcelain head against the toy's body, pressing the edges until they fit with a strange, uncanny snugness. The toy stared back at you with wide painted doll eyes, its small key clicking faintly when Vivi gave it a twist. The figure lurched forward with a shuddering hop, and the borrowed face bobbing as if it belonged there at all. See, now they're both happier. The doll gets to move again and the toy isn't faceless anymore. It's better when broken things share their parts, then no one has to be alone. That's creative. I didn't think I would have thought of that. They're both happier now, even if one is gone and the other's a bit wrong. I'm impressed, baby. Maybe I should hire you to fix all of our broken stuff. I could help, but Mom is done shopping, so I have to go. I can come back later if that's okay. I'd like that. Have a nice day, Vivi. And tell your mom I said hello. I will. She'll like you, I think. You both smell like home. Aw, that's a new one. Wait, what the fuck is going on here? What is Vivi? We have a werewolf, we have a vampire, we have a ghost. Borrowed bodies. Fixing things with other broken things. Is she fucking Frankenstein? What the fuck is she? I keep on thinking Greek myth, but there's nothing quite like that in Greek mythology. What the fuck is she? She gave you a small... oh, that's a new one. She gave you a small wave, then left the store. You stared down at the strange, mismatched doll and wondered what it could possibly mean. So 12 to 75 this time. So 63. 63. So that would be 30. Okay. 32. So that would be 16, but we're doing 15. 25, so that'd be 10. Jewelry, toys, tableware. Okay. You get seated behind the counter ready for today's customers. The bells chime and a customer comes inside. Welcome! Al, plate is giving me inspiration for a new dish. I fucking can't do his voice again. I cannot resist. Consider purchase with gratitude. So 30 was right. Okay. Adieu for now, but not for long. I promise you that. See you next time. The customer leaves the store. You saw one customer today, but no one else is coming in now. So definitely the morning. The morning is 100% the time. You stretched, tearing a pop from a joint somewhere you didn't want to think about too much as someone entered through the front door. What are you doing here? Don't tell me I have to put you in timeout. Timeout? How old do you think I am? I left something here this morning. I was just coming to pick it up. I like his outside clothes. What the fuck? That is something my fucking lover would wear too. Hold on, I'm sending him a picture. Alright, there we go. What do you mean, It's not like I came back because I missed you or anything. Fine, I guess that's a sufficient reason for you to be back, but you better go home straight away. God, you're worse than my mother. He's acting like Casper and I fucking love it. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Actually, do you live far away? Why? I was just wondering. Not really, 10 minutes or so from here. He checked back and forth and couldn't see Winnie anywhere in the room. Can we talk? I thought you wanted me to leave. Just for a minute. Guess it's inevitable, sure. Hold on, I need to correct my neck. Ugh, there we go. What is it? There's a real-life ghost living in the store, and Lucille claims to be a time traveler, and I believe her for some reason. Hold on, I need to get comfy again. Sitting in the same position fucking sucked. I'm stretching. Oh god. Okay. Yep. Just yep? I don't know what you want me to say. Yes, Winnie's a ghost, and yes, Lucille is a knight. How? Why? What's going on here? Did my aunt know? Of course she did. She knows everything that goes on in this town. That's just the kind of woman she is. Really, this whole antique store rubbish is mostly a front. A front? For what? You're not going to tell me this is something illegal, are you? I really don't want to go to prison if this is a setup. What? No. Willowmist is full of people who don't fit in. People who are running away from something or don't blend into normal society. Sylvie helps them. The town depends on her. She's a problem solver, I guess. She's the one that makes this town a place where people can exist without having to explain themselves. So the people in town, they're all like Winnie and Lucille? Not all of them, but a lot, yeah. Does everyone know? But everyone knows. I guess some of them do, some of them don't. Some don't want to know. Not everyone in Willowmist is like that. They get it in their own way. I don't know, it's more like people just don't ask. And you're just okay with that. Why wouldn't I be? It's a lot to take in. You get used to it. You sighed, running a hand through your hair. Or don't, just let things happen. You're here for what, 3 months? You'll be fine. You exhaled deeply before leveling a look at Florian. Okay, so what about you? What about me? You said a lot of people here don't fit in. What's your deal then? A beat of silence. Florian's expression didn't change, but there was something just a little too measured about it now. I just work here. You just work here. Yep. No tragic backstory, no running from the past, no big secrets? Nope. Florian? Carez. Fine, be mysterious, but I'm onto you. There's nothing to be mysterious about. I just happened to be born here. Anyway, you told me to leave, so I'm leaving. Wait. I meant to do what she does. How would I know? Sylvie doesn't tell me shit. I can hardly help myself, let alone an entire town of people. You don't need to help everyone. That's kind of the whole point, though, isn't it? My aunt did. Florian sighed, shifting his weight slightly as he rubbed the back of his neck. Yeah, well, you're not her. Wow, thanks. That's not what I meant. For a second he hesitated, his fingers tightening slightly against his sleeve. Then in a quieter voice he spoke again. Look, even if you only help one person, it's worth it. His tone was uncharacteristically earnest. No sarcasm, no sighing frustration, just something quiet and certain. You blinked at him, momentarily taken aback. That's surprisingly optimistic coming from you. He shoved his hands into his pockets, glancing away as if embarrassed by his own sincerity. Not everything has to be a grand gesture. Not everything has to fix something. Sometimes just being there, just doing one good thing is enough. Sounds like something my aunt would say. Maybe it was. Did you believe her? Maybe. You smiled, exhaling softly before shaking your head. You're a weird guy, Florian. Yeah, well, you work here now, so you're one of us. Now I'm really going. Night. Night, Florian. Let me walk you out. The two of you found your way downstairs, wood groaning beneath your feet. Ooh, coming out of your room together at night? How scandalous. Shut up, I'm leaving. Have a nice night, Flo. Not my name. The door shut soundlessly behind him as he left. Oh, he's such a spoiled sport. Well, whatever. We've got a whole place to ourselves now. Should we throw a party or something? A party in an antique store does sound pretty cool. I'll put you in charge of planning that, eh? Do you think we can get a disco ball? Do you think we can get a disco ball in here? Hell, my aunt probably has one stashed away somewhere knowing her. Disco balls and parties can come later though. Didn't you want my help with something? Oh, right. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Come on, come on. She went to grab you by the hand, but her fingers went straight through yours. It did leave you with a cold, numb feeling on your hand though, which you found pretty cool. Let's go! She trudged upstairs and you trailed behind, ready for your troublesome night ahead of you. Your place is so cool. Sibling didn't like me coming up here, you know. This is my first chance to have a proper look around. Why not? What did you do? Who said I did anything? Well, did you? I think it's because I'd stand out at the end of her bed in the middle of the night. Kind of spooked her a little. Okay, I can see now why she wouldn't like that. Hi, what are you doing? I don't own skates. What? No. What do you... I'm playing a game. No. It's a visual novel. Bye-bye. Anyway, I was just messing around. I won't do that to you, though. I promise. I pinky promise, but you know. She wiggles her semi-translucent pinky finger in front of your face. Anyway, do you have a computer? I do. I brought my laptop with me, luckily. I don't know what I'd do without it. Yes, finally! You sat down at your desk, swinging the chair around in the chair to log on. What's step one of becoming an idol, then? Getting famous, I guess? Selling out a giant arena for my concert? Okay, I don't know much about idols, but I think there's steps before that. Did you decide on a name at least? I had a few ideas earlier, but... Well, I have been thinking about it. Winnie the Super Cool Idol? Denied. Well, I thought that was a good one. How about something more like... something that highlights your draw. Ghost Winnie? With a star in the middle? That might be cute. Ooh, mysterious, intriguing, cute! And accurate to boot. Hopefully people don't question the fact that you're slightly transparent too much. That could cause us some trouble. Okay, how about this? She got into position, arms wide and a hug and a huge grin on her face. Hello, my little ghostlings. Ghosty Winnie is here. She pulled another pose, making a star symbol with her hands out in front of her. How do you make a star symbol? How's that? Well, I think I'm already a fan. Wow, you'll make a fan out of me if you keep that up. Winnie gasped dramatically, placing both hands over her chest as if she'd just received the most shocking revelation of her afterlife. Oh no, don't tell me I'm stealing your heart away already, Caress. What if you are? Imagine the scandal, a famous idol and her first ever fan, who is also her manager. Oh no, that just won't do. My fans must adore me from afar. Wow, shot down instantly. I must keep my heart open to all of my fans. Do you understand, don't you? How selfless of you. It's my duty, but don't worry, Chris. I'll always make a little bit of extra time for my favorite fan. I better get the VIP treatment, huh? Of course. Okay, Ghost Winnie, we got a name down. I suppose the next thing to do is make social media accounts so you actually have somewhere to be an idol. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch too. Do you want to make videos? Of course. Got it, I'll start setting those up. Do you have an email address already? Maybe? We should probably just make a new one. You maybe have an email? I can't really remember. Alright, new email too. You tapped away on your keyboard, getting to work. So, Winnie, can I ask you something? I'm an open book. Well, you're a ghost. That's not a question, silly. That's done yet. Are you dead? Ooh, I'm a scary dead person. I don't know, to be honest. I don't have many memories of my life, probably. Ghosts are usually dead, right? You lost your memories? I guess so. Or maybe I didn't have any in the first place. Who knows? She's fairly nonchalant about it. And that doesn't bother you? Why would it? I'm all for the here and now. I guess that's a good way to live. Or, you know what I mean. What's with the superstar idol thing then? I thought it was just some kind of unfulfilled dream of yours. Maybe it was. Honestly, I just felt like the store was so boring sometimes, you know? So I was brainstorming ways I could help liven the place up, and bam! I saw this old magazine with a super cool idol on the front cover. Sylvie Wilby thought it'd be a good idea for me to pursue, but she didn't have a computer. I'm so glad you're here now. It's original at the very least. Can't say I know many antique store ghost idols. I'll have the market cornered before you know it. But really, one magazine cover is all it took? Inspiration strikes quickly, I know, but maybe I was looking for my thing? Ah, I understand that. I think I'm still looking. Isn't selling antiques your thing? Maybe it will be. We'll see. So the idol thing is only recent? I've had the idea for a couple of weeks now. I've been brainstorming all kinds of things while waiting for you. Waiting for me? Sylvie said you were coming. She said you'd be able to help. So she signed me up for this ahead of time. Well, I don't really mind. Anyway, I was born to be a star. I think I was probably a pop sensation in my past life form. Maybe a famous actor? Or both? You chuckled, shaking your head as you turned away from your laptop. Alright, well, your social media is ready. You are officially one step closer to world domination. This is so exciting. What's next? What next? Maybe a profile picture? I can take a photo for you. Wait, do you come up in photos? Of course I do. I'm not a vampire, silly. Thank God. Imagine trying to figure out how to market an invisible person online. You lifted your phone up, angling it towards Winnie, who instantly struck a dramatic pose, tilting her head to the side with an exaggerated wink. Jeez! You snapped the photo, checking the screen. Scorch. What the fuck is this English? You snapped the photo, checking the screen. Sure enough, she was there, only ever so slightly transparent. If you didn't know she was a ghost, you likely wouldn't have guessed from this picture. Let me see, let me see! You turned the phone screen around her, and she practically bounced up and down in place. So cute, Chris, you're such a good photographer. Well, I could think anyone could do this much, but I'm not one to turn down praise. It's all thanks to the subject, really. What can I say? A pretty girl will make pretty photos. Oh, is that so? You think I'm pretty? I love her hair. It's my colors. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were flirting with me, Chris. And if I was, you're confessing so boldly. What would all my fans say? I suppose I have to start preparing for my life soon. You know what idol fans are like. It'll be our little secret then. What, are you proposing to keep a secret manager-idol relationship? Huh? No, I meant your secret, like your secret little crush on me, obviously. When he flailed dramatically, floating backward as if she needed physical space to recover from your words, her expression was somewhere between flustered and delighted. Now you're making me all flustered. God. I'm just messing with you. I think of it as payback for making me drop my glass the other night. Right. Of course I knew you were kidding. Not a bad prank, but I can totally do better. Hey, we're even now. For now, let's upload your new profile picture. There. Looking good, Winnie. Now we just need content. You said you wanted to do videos? Yep, I should probably, figure out what kind of idol I am. Am I the cool, mysterious type, or the super high-energy, cheerful kind? I mean, that seems pretty obvious to me, but more importantly, who do you want to be? When he paused for a second at that, it was brief, so brief that you might have missed it if you weren't paying attention. That's a good question, huh? I guess we'll just find out along the way. That's what makes it fun. Well, you quite literally have all the time in the world to work it out. There's no rush. Take some time thinking about what you want your first post to be, too. Right, I should do some brainstorming. I got it. You brainstormed for like 3 seconds. What can I say? I'm obviously just a natural. So here's the idea. I'll pretend like I'm putting on a show, and you can pretend to be in the crowd recording right there in the store. If we post that online, it'll totally go viral. Oh, like a fan cam? Yeah, like that. You don't know what a fan cam is, do you? Maybe it's lost with the rest of my memories? It's just a fan recording of a performance. They're pretty popular online. Alright, I can do that. What are you actually going to, do, though? It's a surprise! Are you excited? I don't think I could get any more excited if I tried. Come on, let's go do it then. Is it a little dark for something like this? Concerts are usually dark, I think. Don't worry, it's going to add to the atmosphere. You just use your phone torch or something. With that, she stepped up onto the counter, not paying any mind to the items there. Which was fine, really, considering she just passed straight through them. Okay. Ready? I'll start recording. Ahem. Mic check, mic check. You don't even have a mic. I'm practicing. Hello, Willowmist. I'm Winnie. No, that's not right. Start again, start again. Hello, my little ghostlings. Ghost Winnie is here, your favorite spirit from beyond the grave. Woo. Winnie twirled around, throwing her arms out like she was greeting an arena of adoring fans. Ooh, Winnie, we love you. Today I'll be singing my debut single, Fall Right Into Place. Winnie took a deep breath, then just like that, her usual energy faded. Her playful grin softened into something more thoughtful, more wistful. Then she began to sing. From the songbirds in the treetops of the valleys down below, every living creature has beauty to show. She sang with all the passion of a girl with no place to call home. Her voice was light, sweet, airy, but there was a depth beneath it, a kind of yearning woven between the notes. The creaking of floorboards played a timeless melody. I wonder about the future that is waiting for me. She held out one hand as if she were reaching for something, or someone just out of grasp. Her voice carried through the still air, filling this empty space. You didn't say anything. It was almost like you couldn't. You just watched her standing there above you, mesmerized by Winnie, the playful, energetic whirlwind of a ghost who suddenly seemed so delicate, so lost in something unseen. She seemed almost caught between her dreams and memories, or lack of them. Winnie. I can't shake off this feeling of sweet mystery, like all the snowy mountaintops were made alive for me. Every bone in my being is begging to stay, like all my broken puzzle pieces fall right into place. As she hit her final notes, Winnie's eyes fluttered shut as she let the sound settle into the stillness of the room. Then she cracked up one eye open, grinning. So, how was it? You quickly stopped the recording. Hopefully I kind of forgot halfway through. That's why we were doing this. That was beautiful, Winnie. Yay! Yippee! Where did that song come from? My mouth. Okay, comedian, I know that much. Did you write it? I think so. I hope so. It's when I first got here, it was in my head. Maybe it's a memory, I'm not sure. But it's pretty, right? It's gorgeous. You're an amazing singer. Well, I wouldn't be a very, very good idol if I couldn't sing. That's true, I just didn't realize you were that good. You leant back against the counter, arms crossed, as Winnie descended to stand beside you. A memory, huh? Music is a pretty powerful thing. I wonder if it means something. I've always been destined to be famous? Maybe? It's kind of funny, huh? What is? That I have no clue who I was, but I remember a song. Well, maybe it was important to you, something you held on to even after everything else faded away, like a little keepsake. Winnie hummed, rocking back and forth on her heels, or while floating in places if she had heels to rock on. For once, she didn't immediately follow up with a joke, she just thought about it, hands clasped behind her back. I guess so. I mean, anything's possible, right? It's a little bittersweet. No, it's all sweet. Don't worry about the sad stuff, Perez. I don't care if I remember or not. All that matters is now I'm going to be a superstar. How did the recording turn out? Oh, I think it's good. I'll have to clean it up a little before it's ready to post, though. I can add some special effects, too. Strobe lights, fireworks, a backing track. Okay, temper your expressions a little there. I'm no professional. Temper your expectations a little there. I'm no professional. Winnie grinned nearly from ear to ear, and you were sure it was contagious as you found yourself smiling back. A yawn escaped your lips inadvertently. Tired? All this fame and stuff really wears you out, huh? It's been a long day. You must be more exhausted than me. Not at all. I could sing all night. You might need to come up with some more songs first, so you don't get tired. So, you don't get tired? Nope, I can't even remember what sleep feels like. Man, that would be helpful. It's pretty cool, huh? Another perk of being a ghost. Doesn't it get lonely? Huh? Oh, sorry, I kind of slipped out. I just meant while everyone else is sleeping, it must be very quiet around the store. If anything, it's just super boring. Luckily, Florian is usually around, but not tonight, huh? Ooh. I'd keep you company if I didn't need to be up first thing in the morning. It's okay, Grizz. I'm practicing for my big debut. I won't get bored tonight. As your client slash business partner slash soon-to-be worldwide idol slash friend, I officially declare that your shift is over. Why, thank you, my esteemed Winnie. Ooh, I like how that sounds. Uh-oh, if we're not careful, your idol thing will turn into a cult thing, which honestly I'm down for, but maybe we hold off for now. I'll get some sleep then. Good night, superstar. Night, Perez. Rest up. Let me know when you finish editing my debut recording too, alright? You got it. Oh, by the way, thanks for helping me get your letter down from the top of my dresser last night. Huh? What do you... I mean, sure. Night, Perez. Ah, we're a witch. Let's go. And just like that, when he floated up and through the ceiling. We're at number 1. A ghost idol. What a weird life I'm living. Well, at least I won't get bored out here. With that, you headed back upstairs. And? Not yet. You stepped into your room, then promptly flopped down on the couch, exhaustion overtaking you. What a day. Between dealing with customers, meeting and helping Winnie with her idol stuff and everything with Florian, you were left with little energy for yourself. You let your head come to rest on the back of the chair and close your eyes. Just for a moment, you told yourself you just wanted to rest your eyes. Just a minute, then I'll get dinner and go to bed. And just like that, you fell into a light sleep. A light sleep, not a deep sleep. Knew it. Upstairs. Wake up. Follow rustling leaves. Destiny. Find it. Your eyes shoot open as soft, insistent whispers rippled through your mind. The first thing you noticed was a cool draft brushing against your skin, and in the dim light of your room you saw something strange. A scattering of autumn leaves swirling in a gentle motion around and around as if the world's gentlest tornado was inside your room and you were in the center of it. What the hell? Winnie, is that you? No reply came. You fell into an inexplicable pull, like a magnetic draw urging you to stand. You got to your feet, and the swirling leaves followed you as if you were commanding them, which you weren't, as far as you were aware. You looked out the window, but the wind didn't seem to be coming from there. Winnie, is this some kind of practical joke? If it is, you got me. That pull continued, almost as if dragging you to the door. Swallowing hard, you followed it out of your door and upstairs. You had expected to see Winnie when you entered the room, but you found the attic empty. The pull continued, dragging you further into the room relentlessly. Dust motes danced in the beam of moonlight that streamed in through the stained glass window as you made your way to one of the dressers, pushing aside boxes in your path. The closer you got, the more the temperature seemed to drop, and the leaves twirling around you began to glow. Cautiously, you reached out and brushed your fingers against the smooth wood of the dresser, your heart pounding. It was icy to the touch, much colder than you would have expected. With a deep breath, you pulled open the drawer and found a book. It looked old, leather-bound with no writing on the front or spine that you could see. Carefully, steadily, you reached in and took it from its place in the drawer, blowing a layer of dust off the surface. As soon as you made contact with it, the leaves swirling around you exploded into gold dust, shimmering through the air before coming to rest on the wooden floor. The temperature of the room returned to normal, and you were left once again exhausted. Strange book in your hand, you made your way back to your bedroom. You set down the book on the small dining table in the kitchen and changed into your pajamas. Whatever strange thing was going on right now, it could certainly wait until morning. You crawled into bed, heart still racing, and closed your eyes. Despite the adrenaline running in your veins, the weariness overtook you, and soon enough you fell back into a much deeper sleep. And now we changed the day over to Friday. And I really want to play this next day, but I need to take a break or end the recording. So let's do a quick save here. And then... Yep, okay. So... I'm might continue on the recording, actually. Actually, no, I need to get off for tonight. I am very interested in continuing to play this, so that's why we're stopping here, so that way I will play it again at some point. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I fucking suck at reading aloud for long periods, so I'm using like the Atome visual novel games to like build up my confidence with reading aloud. So I'm gonna go off. I'm probably gonna boot up Lo-Fi, Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions and either read or continue working on my book. So until then, I will see you guys in the next stream. Hope you guys enjoy this one. I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your night, day, evening, morning, or whatever time it may be for you. Bye bye.
Yeah. I spit raps like a heart attack, fast fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a